Hello, guys. It's been a while. There we go. Nice lighting for me. I've not been going live recently. I've been super busy, but I've been getting a load of YouTube comments saying, when are you going live? When are you going to go live next? So I've got a bit of free time now. So I'm going to go live. I've got a few things I want to discuss. And also, whatever you guys want to discuss, I'll react to your messages. Okay? I want to get a feel of where we're all feeling at the moment. So I'll focus a little bit on sport today. I want to discuss the Six Nations game quickly between Italy and Wales because it was a massive satanic ritual, and I'll give you the numbers behind it. Undeniable numbers, to be honest. So I know there's not that many people in the world that particularly like rugby. It's not that popular, rugby union. Hey, Tank the Chai guy. How you doing, mate? You good? Hope you well, wherever you are. Here in Mexico, it's 9:45 a.m. 9:45. I know people watch them all over. So either good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So let me go through this game then between Italy and Wales to tell you why Italy won for the first time in 7 years in the Six Nations. So Italy just beat Wales 22-21. Once again, you have 43 points. I'm good, Diego. Hope you're well. How are you, mate? You have 43 points, don't you? Just like Super Bowl 56 at 43 points. So 21-22. Hey, Nicholas. How you doing, mate? Hope you're very well. Hope you're very well. Italy had 22 points and Wales had 21. We know 21 is the big Jesuit number. 22 is a big satanic number. It's why Kobe's highest scoring game was on the 22nd day of 2006, the year his daughter was born. Okay, Kalijah said, I met a Freemason with a friend yesterday. I know it was just one meeting, but it didn't seem as evil as the mainstream conspirators make it out to be. It's 11:45 a.m. in Chicago. I'm well, glad you're well. I used to live in Chicago, mate, in Grayslake. I love Chicago. I think it's a beautiful place. So, Kalijah, I don't believe every single Freemason is satanic and evil. I think the ones at the beginning do go into it genuinely to become a better man, and they're unaware of it. I think the higher you go within Freemasonry, the more rituals you get involved in, and then it's at a different level. I think if you're meeting a Freemason who's, I don't know, first degree, second degree, they don't really know any of the secrets. They know the handshakes and a few things like that, as far as I'm aware, but they're not taking part in satanic rituals like the people running the show. And the mainstream doesn't really... Oh, you're talking about people who call the mainstream out. I think you have to call the mainstream out at this point, don't you? I feel like it's anything else where it's not inherently bad. Again, like magic, I guess, is black and white magic. I've said all along, I believe Freemasonry was infiltrated by like the Illuminati. I think originally there was a group of guys who did want to make themselves better men and help other men become better men. I do believe that, and it got infiltrated at the highest level. So yeah, you can't say this like all Freemasons are evil or all doctors are evil, all lawyers are evil, all teachers are evil because they're indoctrinated. No, a lot of people do it oblivious. But the people running the show are high-ranked Freemasons, and they take part in satanic rituals and they sell their soul. Tell me, will Rangers win the Europa League? I said Barcelona will win the Europa League ages ago, and I said Bayern Munich would win the Champions League. They're both still in the competition. I don't think Rangers win it, to be honest. I think they're doing so well because of this big Protestant ritual that they've got going on. Because, guys, I've got 19 in the live, 3 likes, like today's date. I'll talk about 193 in a moment. So, no, I don't think Rangers win it. My boy Happy Face Man for a while has said he thinks Barcelona will play West Ham. And he said that ages ago. And if you haven't watched my West Ham video about why Yarmolenko scored the winning goal to get West Ham through to the next stage of the Europa League, please watch it because the numbers are simply undeniable. Back-to-back games he scored. Back-to-back gets you 2-1 in Gematria. 2 out of 2, like 22, like satanic. And he's Ukrainian where the war's going on. Please watch that video if you haven't about Yarmolenko. Yeah, Happy Face Man, he said West Ham runners up in Europa League. So yeah, I said Barcelona and Bayern. You got Barcelona, the massive Catholic club. I said as soon as Xavi came back, he's going to work his magic. So I read something in a headline. Will Xavi work his magic with Barcelona? I read so many of these headlines about magic. It's mockery. I'll read one out about the Italy-Wales game in the rugby union. I'll read it now. Let me quickly go through that code, then I'll come back to you guys, because this is outrageous, guys, what I put together. So Italy winning Six Nations for first time in 7 years. Keep talking about that number, 7. Try, Wales 21-22, Italy, Eduardo Padovini, try 80 minutes. 80 minutes, he got this try. And Sky Sports said, Italy score under the post. Angie Cabazio, you magician, Italy are going to win. Okay, because he was the one who set up the try. It says, oh, this is a thing of remarkable beauty. There is nothing on as Capelso catches in his own half. He looks up, assesses his options and sets off, aimlessly at first, but then with purpose. He wriggles free of Josh Adams, clutches, and suddenly opportunity abounds. Capuzzo keeping his feet as he dances along the right touchline. He could score himself in the corner, but shrewdly recognizes the need for the conversion. And Eduardo Padovani is with him. Padovani plants the ball down beneath the posts. Paolo Garbisi converts. Italy win a men's Six Nations game for the first time in 7 years. That was thoroughly deserved. Italy were the better team virtually from start to finish, and a moment conjured from nowhere by their latest discovery secures a famous victory for Kieran Crowley's young side. What a performance. So Kieran Crowley, guys, is the coach for Italy. He's from New Zealand, as far as I'm aware. His last name's Crowley, guys, like Aleister Crowley. And they talk about magic, and Aleister Crowley was a black magician. Okay, what a joke. So Italy scored 22 points. The word satanic gets you 22. I always talk about how Kobe got his highest scoring game on the 22nd day of 2006 in his 666 game, where he got 66.6% of the Lakers' points. So their coach Crowley was born on a day leaving 122 days left in the year. Satanic gets you 122. Kobe's 6-6 game was January the 22nd, 122. Pope Francis is 122. Guys, it was the first win in Six Nations. They'd lost the last 36. 666 is the 36 triangular number, and 36, the square root is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. And this is the Six Nations. So this Angie Capuazzo was the hero. His name's 174, like number of the beast, guys. And he was born in France, even though he represents Italy. And obviously, the Society of Jesus, they were founded in France. And Pope Francis is the first Jesuit pope, and he now resides in Italy in the Vatican. And this guy who performed this magic, guys, he was born April the 30th, 1999, exactly 33 years after the Church of Satan was founded in 66. Born in 1999, flip those nines, you get 666. Remember, Man United, the Red Devils, won the treble in 1999. It's outrageous. It really is. And guess how old that Angie is? 22 years old. The guy who did the magic, 22 years old. And Italy win 22-21. So how outrageous is that? Another 7 whilst I have 7 likes. Italy win, guys, with 7 points. And they were down 21-15. And in the last minute, they get 7 points because 15 plus 7 is 22 to get their first win in the Six Nations in 7 years. Brady recently got his 7th ring. 7 rings on Saturn. Today's Saturday, which is connected to Saturn. So all days are named after planets. In regards, well, Monday's the moon, Sunday's the sun. The other 5 days are after planets. So outrageous. Fat Henry, how you doing, mate? Happy face, man. My pleasure for mentioning. You deserve it. You did call West Ham Barcelona ages ago. My brother was messaging me. He was like, I'm pretty sure Sevilla are going to beat West Ham. They have Jesus Corona. And all the 33s, I was like, no, West Ham are winning this. And then shortly after Yarmolenko scored, he was like, bro, Yarmolenko just scored. And he said it was like 111 minutes and 11 seconds. He said all the ones. And I said, I bet you anything they're going to put it down as 112 because the Jesuits operate in 112 nations. And it was. They put it down as 112. When I learned math, if it's 111.11, you round it up to 111. But no, they have to say 112 to fulfill the ritual. Benjamin injured before El Clasico. That means Barca will win. From what I see with the numbers right now, Real Madrid win that game. If they win, they're going to have the exact same points as Liverpool had when they beat Arsenal. So Liverpool beat Arsenal, said they would, to get to 69 points. Arsenal stayed on 51. If Real Madrid win, they'll go on 69 and Barcelona will stay on 51. There's a few other things, but it's hard decoding El Clasicos. A lot of them are very dramatic, aren't they? But as of now, I would say Real Madrid are going to take it. When there's players out like Benzema, injured and stuff, I don't really believe it makes any difference to the outcome, to be honest, because it's not about ability. It's about the ritual and about the numbers at play. But we'll see. Yeah, conversion. So fortunate to come across your page here because I was so oblivious to stuff like this. It's why I do what I do. I want to help people. The other day I was speaking to a 19-year-old who said that I've inspired him. So this 19-year-old seeing this knowledge now, which is amazing. He was in a live, like, this is so hilarious. I don't really go on Instagram, but I have a soccer coaching page or football coaching page. And I got a message from my mate Javi, who's on my Patreon, Mexican guy, amazing guy. We decoded Atlas to win the Mexican League, and they did. And he dropped me a message on it. So I went to check it. And then I saw my mate Andreas, Baldy Online. He's got a great Instagram page. He's got like 1.3 thousand subs. And I saw him live. I've never seen him go live before. I was like, I'm going to check out what he's saying here. And he's like, yo, Illusion, join the call. I was like, I was so exhausted. I just got back from coaching. Been working all day. So I joined the call. I ended up in the call for about 3 hours. You know what I'm like. And this 19-year-old kid said, he came across my knowledge, which inspired him to see through the bullshit. I was like, that gave me goosebumps. So I appreciate that, mate. Anytime anyone says that to me, it just gives me more fuel to keep putting out content. And like I said, I haven't gone live recently. The other week I was going live all the time. This week it just didn't feel right to do it. I do what feels right. And then when I got all these comments saying, go live, when are you going live? What's going on? Why are you not live anymore? I was like, okay, it feels right to go live today. Okay, Liverpool looked good to win the Champions League. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying Liverpool looked really good for the treble. I said they'd win the FA Cup ages ago, maybe in the third round, 33 years after the Hillsborough disaster. But yeah, they have a really good chance. But I said Bayern Munich Champions League, Barcelona Europa League, Liverpool FA Cup. I got the league wrong. It looks like Liverpool are going to win the league, doesn't it? I know Man City are ahead of them. It looks like Liverpool may win it. Liverpool may not lose a game now till the end of the season. If they win the treble and Klopp stays on those 62 losses with Liverpool and they stay on 6 draws and 2 losses in the league, there's possibility of that. We'll see. What happened in the Arsenal game? It's just another 1-0, another 10. Saka scored, who I'm really not a fan of. Never been a fan of that guy. The guy who missed the decisive penalty at age 19 in the Euro 2020 final. There was numbers for Arsenal to win it, definitely. So the Irish rugby team never took a knee. The Irish media claims they are not diverse enough. They need a brother in support of Black Lives Matter. All this, we need to stop playing along with it, taking knees and all of that. It's all ritual. Professional sports fulfill rituals and keep the masses distracted. That is it. Do they entertain you? Yeah. Are they fun at times? Yes. Especially when you're oblivious to how rigged they all are. Somebody left a comment and it got me thinking a little bit. He said, none of these players know what's going on. None of them, but they all have agents and all the agents know what's going on. So he left a comment on my Brady video where Ronaldo broke that record Well, it was literally all by the numbers, whether these players know it or not. I think they do. And he was like, well, Brady was only at that game because his agent told him to go. I was like, I'm pretty sure these agents and high-profile players are on the same team, just like the coaches and the owners. But he just thinks it's the agents who know. I disagree with him, to be honest. So I'd love your opinion on that. Do you think the players have no idea what's going on? Like LeBron said in an interview that when he's playing in the NBA, he basically feels like he's in the Hollywood movie and he's the star of the movie. He said that. But do you think LeBron's completely oblivious that his career is completely scripted and LeBron doesn't take part in rituals? Come on. If I can see these rituals, guys, in a year and a half, 2 years, surely these players have to be questioning their careers and these rituals if they're unaware of them. Fat Henry has Liverpool, FA Cup, Barca, Europe, and Bayern. Same as me, man. Same as me, mate. If all three come in, I'll be laughing my ass off. Yeah, there's a good chance. What else have we got? Man City to win 2024 Champions League. That's if professional sports still being played in 2024. Final will be played in Wembley. Raheem Sterling has a huge Wembley tattoo. Raheem Sterling equals 224. One thing for sure, he will win a big trophy at Wembley one day. Yeah, he did well in the Euros, didn't he? I called him to have a decent Euros, and he did. He got the opening goal, wearing number 10 for England in the Euros in a 1-0 win. That tournament was so much about 10. The 224 could be connected to World War III because Russia bombed the Ukraine 224. And it could also be connected to Kobe yet again because Gianna Bryant wore number 2 and Kobe wore 24, like 224, both down the 26th day of the year. What's your Instagram? It's just a soccer page, mate. You're not going to get any illusion stuff on there. It's just my soccer page because I love coaching. I really love coaching. It's English Football Academy. Fat Henry is talking about 2024. In regards to Wembley, we know the Champions League finals in Paris. They changed it, the home of the Jesuits. So Happy Face Man likes Liverpool to beat Bayern in the semi-finals. See Villarreal beat Juve 3-0. And on that day, all the teams wearing yellow jerseys won. I think you had Chelsea winning, Villarreal. There was a few other teams who were wearing yellow that day. All the teams wearing yellow won. I can't remember who else. There were like 4 teams. Dortmund won. I think Liverpool were wearing yellow, weren't they, against Arsenal? All the teams wearing yellow. All right. Bruce Grobbelaar, well, he got accused of match fixing. Basically got proven. So like LeBron, somebody's mentioning LeBron again, and he says he wants to play with his son. Do you think that's just LeBron, an innocent guy who just wants to play with his son in the NBA and he has no idea how these rituals work, even though he does a ritual before every game? I don't believe so. I do really believe some of these pro athletes are possessed. I really do at this point. Will Yarmolenko score the winning goal against Spurs? I think Spurs may beat West Ham, but it's really tough, that game. But I like Spurs. Both teams are on 48 points in the Premier League. Illuminati gets you 48 in Gematria. Whoever wins gets to 51, and the Illuminati were founded 5-1. But the reason I like Spurs is because Conte can get his 48th point as Spurs coach. But yeah, that's a toughie, but I'm leaning Spurs. I actually had a good sleep for the first time in ages, Lady Hawk. That's why I'm looking better than usual, maybe. Yeah, I had a good sleep. Needed it. Really needed it. A few people on my Patreon were giving me advice about how to get more sleep, and Lady Hawk was one of those people, so I appreciate it. I know I always say you don't need much sleep. They bullshit you with 8 hours a day. I don't believe you need 8 hours a day. But if you're doing what I'm doing and working at the level I'm working and working 5 jobs, you can't. I've been sleeping like 3.5 hours for over a year now, working 5 jobs, and my brain going at such a high level. I don't know how I haven't collapsed. I don't know how I haven't collapsed. I don't know how I have energy. I'll still make people laugh when I go out. I don't know. So if I can find a balance between 8 and 3, maybe like 5 hours a day, I think I'll be fine. Definitely need more hours. But no, I don't think Yarmolenko. He could, if he gets 3 out of 3. Spurs gets you 33. Sunday gets you 33. 33 connect with Masonry and Jesus. So he could. It'll be a joke, the Ukrainian during the war. Oh, maybe he will. It's World War III, isn't it? Maybe he will score Yarmolenko. It'll be hilarious if he does. A big lanky invert. Okay, what else we got? Ritual yesterday, 128, 123 with Raptors. Coach going 9-11, 177 wins. Yeah, Honeybee, I looked into that Lakers game and I shared on my Patreon the highlights of the game. So the Raptors were leading, guys, by 3 points. I looked on my app because I don't bet anymore, but I look on my app to see the percentage that a team has of winning the game. The Raptors had 93% chance of winning the game when they had the ball with 10.3 seconds left. So Raptors are up 3 points with 10.3 seconds left, and they have the ball, okay? So they just need to get fouled. They got the free throw line, hit one basket, game over. And just know, guys, 10 seconds and 10.3 is 103, the 27th prime. Ritual gets you 27. This Raptors player throws the ball in. Westbrook, who's been getting shamed all year, steals the ball. They don't foul him when they're up 3. So first of all, okay, you've made an error. We make errors, people always tell me. Even professional athletes make errors. Well, I see too many of them. So Westbrook stole the ball with like 10 seconds left on the clock. He gets it in the Lakers half. Okay, so he's got to go all the way up towards the Raptors. And nobody fouls him. And he hits the most ridiculous 3-point shot you'll ever see in your life. The most ridiculous 3-point shot. And he's known for being a terrible 3-point shooter. He's now on 23,000 points, by the way. That's 23 again. Like how the Rams became 2 and 3. They're from LA. He's going 23 points. LeBron came to LA wearing the 23 jersey. So, yeah, he gets this 3. And then it goes into overtime. Like so many games, it seems, going to overtime because they want to take your energy and they want to take more of your money. I noticed in this game at one point, the score was 113, and Kobe Bryant gets you 113. And he was drafted round 1, pick 13, made his NBA debut 11-3. So the game was all about Kobe, which I said it would be. But I actually, unfortunately, I like the Raptors to win. I can't believe they didn't. And then in overtime, the game was 1-2-2, 1-2-2. Kobe Bryant's 666 game, his highest scoring game was 1-2-2, where the Lakers scored 122 points. Like, so that's outrageous. The game ended with 251 points. That's the 54th prime. Kobe Bean Bryant gets you 54. Gianna Bryant gets you 54. Supposedly they died together, but it was 9 people in the helicopter. And Kobe and Gianna died 5 months and 4 days after Kobe's birthday. Just a joke. LeBron James scores 36 points, 666 to 36 try, 151 days into the NBA season, and 151's the 36th prime. Like, come on, guys. If you watch, you don't have to be on my Patreon. Just check, type into YouTube, last play of Raptors versus Lakers game, and you'll see it. You'll see how rigged it is. And you'll read the comments from the fanboys and you'll cringe. And I'd said how Kobe and Gianna died on 1/26, and the 2-year anniversary of their deaths was 1 month, 2 weeks, and 6 days ago, like 1/26. And Lakers made a steal with 12.6 seconds left, like 1/26. Gianna Bryant's name is 1/26 as well. Why do you think Messi doesn't run in defense and Ronaldo can't score a free kick? The Ronaldo free kick is all about taking your energy, the build-up of it, where he does all of his bullshit ritual that he does. That's to take your energy. Even though his success rate is shocking from free kicks, every time he gets one, the fans think he's going to score because he's scored a few worldies. I actually shared a video as well on my Patreon, guys. You might cringe at this, but these top stars, they're inverted. I wish I could share the video with everybody. I'm going to give this guy a shout out, actually, because I've only just discovered his work. I'm going to give him a shout out. Where is he? People leave. There's just so many comments that get left now. I can't find it. But he basically does amazing videos at showing that these top stars are inverted. Brady, a female. David Beckham, Messi, Ronaldo, Franz Beckenbauer, Johan Cruyff. And the way he presents his work is absolutely amazing. I want to find his name. I want to find Simon Woods. Simon Woods. Let's find his page. Yeah, Simon Woods. This guy, he's done a video about David Icke being inverted, which I've been saying for a while. Just look at his hips. It's hard to accept, isn't it? But this guy does good work. And Maradona, I've said for a while, Maradona was a female. It looks like a dinner lady. Looks like somebody's auntie that I know. So they're pumping them with testosterone. They're pumping them with other type of drugs that I'm unaware of. I don't know how they're doing it, if they get possessed by demons. If you look at the way like Messi runs, and like if you look at the hips, you look at their like the shoulder slope, and they've got curves in the back. It's insane. It's insane. Messi's parents basically said he went to a lab when he was younger, probably to have his surgery to become a man. But it's absolutely insane. I'm going to put the guy's name, Simon Woods. If you type in Simon Woods, I'll try and find a link to one of his videos. He's got one saying all-time tennis greats are all FTM. I've discussed that heavily. Okay, I found it. I found the link. Okay, here we go. So this guy does really good work. Guys, we need to help each other here. This guy does great work. And probably the biggest thing that people call me out on is that you can't just call all these people transgender or inverted. I don't agree with it. It's so blatant when you do a bit of research, though, into the human body. It's so blatant. It really is. Like Russell Brand is blatantly a female. Blatantly. But what do the media tell you? Russell Brand gets all the women. Is a sex machine. It's mockery. George Best was another one. All these people, like, they go out, and Pele was a female, guys. It's insane. It's insane and massively overrated. He was in photos with JFK, and like basically anyone to have a photo with the Kennedy family have to be inverted. It's wild, guys. I think the Queen of England won't die for real. She takes adrenochrome. That's why she isn't dead yet. I think the Queen died decades ago. Somebody's playing the role of the Queen. I think the Queen went ages ago. I think Philip went ages ago. And I don't know what they do, if they transfer consciousness. I don't know if it's AI. I don't know what it is. But I think they've already gone. I've said I think the Queen will die 520. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. If that happens, that'll be so good for our community. If it doesn't happen, I'm sure we'll figure out why it didn't happen on that date. Next Wex Backup is a good transvestigation channel too. I think any person in the truth community who's not calling out transgenders is not genuine. Simple as that. They're not genuine. Because the world we're living in, guys, is in reverse. It's been infiltrated. It's backwards. It's truly backwards. And for whatever reason, these people at the top, they don't like anything that's pure and organic. They've infiltrated everything. And it's time to reveal that and accept it. I think the hardest thing is accepting it for people. That's the hardest thing. They don't want to accept it because it crushes their illusions. All boy band members are females. All girl band members are males. It's to mess you up. And then think how many of us had crushes on a Spice Girl or whatever, or the girls who had crushes on Justin Timberlake, or the Backstreet Boys members. It's messing us up. And then so many kids are so confused now with the sexuality because they've grown up being attracted to, like, women have been attracted to women without realizing it. I've done it. I must have been attracted to so many blokes. That must mess you up in some capacity. Like J-Lo, I had a massive poster of Jennifer Lopez on my wall. It's a bloke. Another person who never seems to age. Oh, well, they've got good skincare. I can go buy good skincare, if there's such a thing, without actually making your skin worse or damaging you. Jennifer Aniston doesn't age. It's Jennifer Aniston. I think every member of Friends was FTM or MTF, including Brad Pitt, who made an appearance in it, who married Jennifer Aniston, who then got with Angelina Jolie, who's a bloke, blatantly, and a witch. Openly said she drinks other people's blood. Oh, but that's just cool. That's very Hollywood. That's so hip. No, vampire. Sick. Ritual. People dismiss these clear rituals day in, day out. They reveal the truth. They tell you who they are. I told you in professional sports, they'll tell you. In celebrations, who they are. They tell you without actually telling you. When you learn what symbolism is. And if it wasn't for me writing my book, I would not know anything about symbolism. It's messed up. It is messed up. It is disturbing. It's hard to process. It hurts as well at the beginning. But then afterwards, you just like, what a disgrace. Like, sometimes you laugh at it. Other times it makes you a bit frustrated. Other times you're like, oh, it doesn't shock me at all. But I'm just hoping one day the majority of the world can see the world the way I see it without me sounding like I'm a genius. Because these people would go down. They'd go down. They've just screwed with us for so long, man. Yeah, somebody said Victoria's Secret's all males. It's not a surprise that David Beckham's married to posh spice Victoria. Queen Victoria was a bloke. It's should call them Victor. Call them Victor, all right? Cameron Diaz is obvious, yeah. I had a massive crush on Cameron Diaz, and it's a bloke. Cheers, Cameron. Cameron is a bloke's name as well. Cam and Cameron. When I watched the movie The Mask, loved that movie. Cameron Diaz. I was infatuated by her. Now I realize it's a bloke. You don't get to the top of Hollywood, guys, without being inverted, or politics, or sports. If you really study Ronaldo, yeah, oh my God, but he's got an 8-pack and he's so tall. He's a woman. He was born a woman. It's that simple. They're inverting their children in front of your own eyes. Yeah, they are. Because when you look at their parents, you see the parents are also inverted. Every female tennis player is a bloke. Every UFC fighter is a bloke. That's why the guy who runs UFC, Dana White, said he will never have a woman fight in the UFC. He said that years ago. I'll never allow a woman to fight in the UFC. He stuck to his word because they're all blokes. And then what does that do? It has regular women aspiring to be like these women who are actually blokes. So you've got naturally beautiful women taking all sorts of substances now or doing ridiculous workouts that are not designed for their body to look like these UFC fighters who are blokes. It's the same with the CrossFit. Got all these women now looking like blokes. People like China in WWE was a bloke. Was an absolute... Oh, I think every single women's wrestler has been a man. Throughout the history of WWE has been a man. It's sick. Just look at Charlotte Flair. Look at Charlotte Flair, the most successful women's wrestler. It's a man. I think Burr will knock Chelsea out of the FA Cup. Well, if you look at the odds, it indicates that Chelsea are not winning that game in 90 minutes. The odds indicate that. Sometimes the odds give it away. And Middlesbrough, didn't they knock out Spurs? They knocked out United again. It's just a joke. So some weird ritual going on with Middlesbrough. They've always been involved in rituals. I remember when they had Steve McLaren as the coach, they had Juninho playing for them, Ravanelli, Emerson, all those type of players. Got to an FA Cup final, but got relegated. They always been a yo-yo club, Middlesbrough. There's something about Middlesbrough, Sunderland, and Newcastle, which is heavily connected to Freemasonry as well. Yeah, somebody's saying there's pregnant men emojis now. I shared a link on my Patreon about a guy who's given birth. No, it's probably a woman who looks like a bloke who's given birth because he kept his vagina. Or she kept a vagina. It's so confusing, man. So you can have girls who look like blokes who still have vaginas and they give birth. But you think they're a man, but they're actually a woman. But they look like a man, and they dress like a man, and speak like a man, and have a beard like a man, but they have a vagina and they give birth. So maybe it is true. Maybe these men who are not actually men are giving birth, but they're not actually men. Biologically, it's impossible. It's impossible for someone like me to give birth. But what? But what? Use your common sense. Stop being brainwashed by the media. It's absolutely disgraceful, man. All Miss Universes, blokes. I've done a video about that. It's the mockery. Miss Universe is actually a man. Why do they do it? Why are they so sick and satanic? Demonic. I think eventually, though, their time will be up. I really do believe that. Hopefully soon. Chelsea Borough 97 first cup final I watched. Okay, there's probably a clue from that final then. Do you think everyone who appears in Love Island is a sellout? Yes. Yes. Red and white equals sacrifice like Middlesbrough. Yes. You got Newcastle with the black and white, which is Freemasonic colours, like the checkerboard. Where does Robin Williams go hide? Is Melinda Gates. Robin Williams is Melinda Gates. Done a video about that as well. Robin Williams never died. Like, what the Family Guide aired an episode of Robin Williams committing suicide, and then Robin Williams commits suicide the same day that episode was aired. Come on, never died. And that's something else, like energy harvesting. And again, why do people care so much when a celebrity dies? You don't even know them. You've never spoken to them. They're not blood. Start crying about it. Or when a boy band breaks up, get a grip of yourself. Get a grip, man. It's a joke. Half of them don't even die. I think the D-list celebrities, E-list, no one really gives a shit about, have had a tiny bit of fame, they will die. They will get taken out. The top stars, guys, they don't take them out, in my opinion. Kobe wasn't killed. Robin Williams didn't kill himself. The list goes on and on and on. Tupac never died. Biggie never died. It's so obvious. JFK never died. But he got shot. He got shot. I saw it on the TV. Oh, because nobody ever gets shot on the TV in movies or TV shows where they don't actually die. Like, come on, man. All show contestants are controlled, yeah. When it says, let's ask the audience, the people asking the questions are Freemasons. It's already been pre-planned. But there will be people, there arguably is people in the audience who are regular people, but they'll put their hand up to ask a question. They'll go, okay, we'll go to you. It's probably a 7th degree Freemason, and I know exactly what you're going to ask, and the contestant knows what you're going to ask. So, and they'll be like, okay, so I've got a question for you. It's like all pre-planned. Everything on the news is pre-planned. Okay? When they're like, oh, okay, come here. I've got a question for you. When they're interviewing people in the street, pre-planned. Didn't they just randomly grab somebody like me? Imagine they put me on the news and ask me a question. I'll just absolutely hammer the mainstream on it. They won't take that risk. Red Devils 1999 treble, something going on there. Yeah, treble, guys. 3 trophies. Type in the word 3, it gets you 56, like Church of Satan. Like Manchester. Like Old Trafford. And wasn't that final in the Nou Camp? Big Catholic stadium. These stadiums, guys, energy harvesting. Simple as that. Energy harvesting. Need to stop going to these games. It's so hard for me when I watch some of these highlights of the games and I read the comments. Ronaldo's the GOAT. How's he doing this? It's amazing. LeBron is incredible. Like, wake the hell up, man. It makes me realize how many people are so oblivious to to how rigged all of these sports are, how rigged politics is, how just the whole world war is all by a code. If the Queen dies, it's all going to be by a code, whether it's the date I say or not. It's just so many people are completely oblivious. Yeah, all the Bob Saget love after his death was disgusting, especially when he was sick in the head, that guy. And he probably didn't even die. They pushed drag queens to make us think that's a man in makeup, looks like, but the celebrities that fools the masses have had major surgery. Yeah, they have. The other day, well, not the other day, it was months ago, there was a Pride Night game in the NBA, and all the cheerleaders were transgender. It was a Pride Night. It may have been in San Francisco. It makes sense. Golden State Warriors, San Francisco, there's lots of homosexuals there. And yeah, all the cheerleaders all the dancers at the half were homosexuals. It's like, why are they throwing it in our face? Just said there's nothing wrong with whatever it is you want to be, but they throw it in your face day in, day out now. It's to make you accepting of them. So when it all comes out that these celebrities and their kids are trans and this, you'll be more accepting of it. It's all by intention, because more people like me are waking up the masses to show you that these people are inverted and satanic, and they want to make you accept that. They want you to have your kids come out and say, hey, mommy, I'm gay. So many people I know now are gay, young people. Like when I was at school, I'm pretty sure there was only one guy who was gay. Only one guy, and it was blatant since he was in like literally 5th grade. It was blatant. And I'm pretty sure he was the only one. And now you go in a school, probably like 3 kids from each grade in high school who are gay or bi or want to be trans or this or that. Don't help with people like Caitlyn Jenner, who was an Olympic athlete, decathlon. Then he becomes a woman. Again, all by the numbers. All stadiums are one-eyed stadiums. I think the high-level stadiums, yeah, like the San Siro and stuff, the Bernabeu. Laughing my ass off. I saw News Crew on Street one day and they ran for me. I asked them where the mandatory masks were. Yeah, you'll see that. You'll see a lot in the news where the person asking the questions is wearing a mask and the person answering the question is not wearing a mask. It's like, what? What? I've told you this, guys. One of the best things for my awakening was getting rid of all my TVs. It was one of the best things I've ever done for my personal awakening. Do you think college sports are rigged as well? Yes, but I think there's magic, mate. I really cannot believe that every single college player is aware. And when you watch highlights, you're like, how did the ball bounce like that? How did that ball go in? And I do think a lot of them may know that the top end colleges, all the coaches do, but come on, guys, these pro sports have been going on now for decades. There'd have been hundreds of people come out. I know they do the vow of silence, and if they say anything, they get killed. That might be enough for people to keep their mouth shut, possibly, but yeah, college sports are completely rigged. When you learn how to code, if you can code March Madness or whatever, it's all by the numbers. I just don't know if all the players are aware. They don't. I'm friends with people who've gone to college, played high-level college. They don't know. Like people say, semi-pro's rigged. So I played semi-pro. It's not rigged. Never had one meeting or anything like that. This is what's going to happen. It was organic, semi-professional. And I'm pretty sure college, these players think it's organic. From the top stars who then... I think the ones who go on to the NBA and the NFL know it's rigged. I think the average collegiate athlete has no idea. They're just taking part in a ritual without being aware, just like spectators and fans are taking part in rituals, being unaware of it, singing the songs. When you learn about the power of words, words change worlds, guys. Words, I'm going to really do a video about words, the power of words. When they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me is the biggest lie ever. Words are one of the most powerful things in this universe. And you've got to learn what they actually mean. Do your research, because they've lied to us about what certain words mean. So think about what you say, when you say it, who you say it to as well. You have no idea the power of words. Australia to win Rugby League World Cup this year. Australia will probably get rewarded, won't they? Australia's getting destroyed from the inside. Tom Hanks was the first celebrity to get COVID. He was in Australia at the time. Yeah. By the way, has that women's cricket tournament finished? Because I said Australia would win that. I've not been keeping up. Cricket World Cup. Is it still going on? Don't tell me they're out. All right, Australia beat India. Yeah. Wait, are they? Okay, they've got Bangladesh. Bangladesh. So yeah, we'll see if Australia women win the cricket by the numbers. We'll check that out. Just checked it out. They're still in. Went to Costco for food. Sheep are buying huge TVs. What a waste of life money. Yeah. They've just made TVs bigger, better, more channels. Again, channel guys, channeling your emotions. Television. Yeah, they want you sat on your ass and they want you to be indoctrinated. I bought this the other day. I've still got a damaged wrist. This is actually really helping. So if you've got injuries with your wrist, whatever this thing's called, it actually really helps strengthen your wrists, guys. So I'm not trying to promote this. It's called Amazing Fitness. I got it and it's actually helping me with my wrist. Damaged my wrist playing football like months ago. Never went to the doctors to get it fixed. Wigan could win Rugby League Grand Final beating St Helens. I've not looked into it. I've done some pretty good rugby league codes in my time. Got them bang on, but I don't often do it. St Helens, maybe Saint will win though. All the Catholic rituals going down. Things you own end up owning you. Yeah. And when you die, guys, in this realm, you can't take anything with you. The only thing you take with you is your spirit. So that's the thing you need to focus on. All the other stuff that you acquire. Somebody I know had a Rolex watch, still has one, 10 grand. It broke the other day. Smashed it on the floor by accident. 10 grand watch. Why did Arsenal win? Well, they got to 54 points, didn't they? A big number with the Jesuit order. And there was loads of stuff for Arteta in his record. I'll have a look quickly. Premier League table. Steven Gerrard, what a Mason, by the way, the Villa coach. What do we have? Okay. I got the 17th win. Stayed on 3 draws, 8 losses. That 38 is really big with Arsenal. The 17th win, Freemasonry founded 17-17. So they got 31 goals against and the goal difference is 13. My goodness me. Where's Villa? Where are they in the league? 9th. Also, Villa in 9th and they stayed on 11 wins, like 9-11. Of course they did. And they stayed on those 36 points. 6-6-6 to 36 try. May stay on that for a while. Probably lose the next game as well. Yeah, they could definitely lose the next game, Villa, because it's their 30th game. And they can stay on 11 wins and 3 draws, like 1-1-3, and 1-1-3 is the 30th prime. Villa's next game is Wolves away. I have a feeling Wolves are going to beat Villa. There you have it. 3-pick, baby. I think Wolves beat Villa. Probably get half-decent odds for that. Where Wolves in the league? I don't pay attention anymore. Really don't care about these leagues. Wolves are 8th. Okay. They've gone 49 points. Prince Philip died 4-9. I get the 15th win, stay on 4 draws, like 1-5-4, like ritual sacrifice. Yeah, Wolves to beat Villa. There you go. We'll see what happens. Do you think Tom Hanks is Rothschild's eaten by cannibals? Tom Hanks could be a Rothschild, for all we're aware. Tom Hanks, guys, like T. Hanks, like thanks. No thanks. Tom Hanks needs a smack in his face, or her face. Definitely married to a bloke, by the way. Rita Wilson. Bloke. Have you seen the Jars of Rice experiment? I have not. Knights Templar Rolex made in Switzerland. Yeah, a lot of stuff in Switzerland. I had Toblerone the other day. That's from Switzerland. Of course, they have to make it shaped like a triangle, like the Illuminati. So yeah, Switzerland's got chocolate. It's most famous for its chocolate. Its watches. Cheese as well. I've always wanted to go to Switzerland. I've traveled all over Europe, never been to Switzerland. I've always wanted to go. We'll see what happens now with the bullshit restrictions. I'm desperate to get back home and see my family. You never know if I'll see them again without being dramatic. If they basically screw us all over with travel restrictions, create a new virus. I want to get back to England this year. It's probably my biggest goal. I know a lot of people from England want me to go back. It's been years, man. I used to always go. Ched Hanks, yeah, the son of Tom Hanks. He's got the Illuminati tattoo on his chest. He's got the all-seeing eye. I called him out, that guy, Tom Hanks' son, and he responded to me. He got really angry because I rattled him. I've told you, I've rattled a few celebrities. Tom Hanks' son, I got in his head. Tom McDonald, I got in his head. And there was an athlete I got in his head. I can't remember who it was, where they had to respond to me. And I don't think these top stars respond to people they don't know unless they get rattled. Restrictions have been removed. Yeah, but what I'm worried about is going to England and then there's a new virus and then I get stuck there. Imagine I get stuck there. It's one of my biggest concerns about going back, that I get stuck in England. I love England. I love my family, my friends, but I would not want to go back there and live. I'm very happy where I am now. I was at the beach yesterday with some friends, and I was at the beach for like 8 hours. First time I actually got a bit of a break. And it was just amazing. I was like, somebody asked me, will you ever leave? I was like, why would I? Why would I leave this place? So much energy here, man. I'm here for a reason. I'm meant to be here, in my opinion. We have to start reading backwards. Yeah, I've said that to people because everything's inverted. And certain words that supposedly have positive connotations, historically, they had negative ones. I said the word nice historically meant naive and stupid, the word nice. So if you call somebody a nice guy, you're calling them stupid. It's wild, isn't it? But we believe what these words... Okay, if words, and it's so obvious at this point they do, if words have power and you can cast spells on people and they have genuine influence on people's emotions, they do. The word yes or no can make or break your day, can't it? Will you marry me? No. Okay, cheers. Just one word no can crush you. Just like the word yes can make your day. So they've told us these words have certain definitions because they tell us in the dictionary. And it's like, do we really know that these words actually have that meaning? So we might be saying certain words that are actually, I don't know, spreading negativity or satanic or bringing our frequencies down, but we actually think they're positive words. It's wild what they've done. They've made us hate numbers through teaching us boring math, like algebra. The average person hates math when numbers are actually magical and incredible and make this world go around, our universe. So I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to make people see numbers. Like the girls I met yesterday and the guy, Mariana and Sebastian, great people. I started telling them about the numbers and they said, Adam, all day today I've been seeing numbers. It's insane. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. And you're not going to believe this. We're talking about the number 54 because it's such a big number and somebody brought up Arsenal who just got to 54 points today. And then I dropped them off at the house. The street name was Calle Abril Cinco Abril, which can be seen as 5-4, the 5th of April, 54. And they were like, oh my God, Adam. I'm like, I know. This happens to me all the time. And then on that Instagram live, when I just chirped in, somebody asked me to get involved. Somebody asked me to decode the Barcelona-Madrid game, El Clasico. I didn't even know they were playing. So I've got a question for Illusion. I'm like, okay, what do you have? How would you decode El Clasico? And I was like, okay, well, first of all, I'd look into the head-to-heads. I'd look into the coaches' records. I'd look into the league table, look into the storylines and all of that. And I was like, okay, let's imagine Barcelona, Real Madrid are going for the 79th win, and it's on the 79th day of the year, and Society of Jesus is 79. The 79 is the 22nd prime, and they get the 22nd win. That's a good start. So I'd start focusing on Madrid. And then I found out the freaking El Clasico game's the 79th day of the year. And I just threw out 79 without even knowing they were playing until the guy told me. And they're playing on the 79th day of the year. And I'm talking about 79. And I got really animated. I was like, how the fuck is this happening? I could have said any number. I say 79 and they're playing on the 79th day of the year. I couldn't believe it, to be fair. I couldn't. All words are made up. Yeah, everything's been created, hasn't it? Morning means morn, yeah, exactly. When you wake up, wake is like a funeral. I say that I arise from my sleep. I don't say I wake up. You've got to think about the words, guys. Your words can dictate your reality. Again, why'd you get interviewed for a job? It's the words that you say, how you come across. Words are so powerful. I'll rarely start studying them. I focus on the numbers a lot, but numbers and letters are connected, which we never got taught at school either, did we? Love and light. Yeah, love and light, Mr. White. Hey, love and light, Mr. White. Mr. White's on my Patreon. The guy's an amazing guy. Always spreads positivity. And we all need that, guys. We all need that. Sometimes we need a pat on the back. We don't need people to constantly feed our ego. But sometimes you just need to say, hey, good job to people. It makes all the difference, guys. When you criticize people and bring them down, it doesn't inspire them to get better. Maybe a few people, like high-level athletes, you can hammer them and they respond to it in a positive way. But the average Joe, when you hammer them, criticize them, they don't have motivation to improve. They don't. None of us are perfect. Who do you think's winning the Premier League? I think at this point, Liverpool. I don't know why they would have Man City get a massive lead, have Liverpool come back into it just for Man City to win it. And you remember when Man City won the league last game of the season and they took it off Liverpool when Gerrard slipped and then they drew 3-3 with Palace and they should have won that game? Well, Man City recently drew 0-0 with Palace and they should have won that game. I don't know how many shots they had. I said magic must have been involved there. Hit the woodwork twice. Goalies making insane saves, missing tap-ins, missing one-on-ones. Like, this is the best team in the world, people say, Man City. And I think Man City couldn't score one goal against Palace, home and away. And on average, they put 3 goals past the team. They couldn't score one goal against Palace in 180 minutes. They just wasn't allowed. For whatever it was, a force field. Recently, Mason Mount said there was a force field on the goalpost or something. He said that. They tell you the truth. Good old Mason. Female. Okay? Mason Mount and Ben Chilwell and Jack Grealish. But Jack Grealish has huge legs. A lot of girls have huge legs. Girls actually have thicker legs than guys generally when you actually look into the human anatomy. Yes, Jack Grealish has massive legs. He's a massive female as well and a massive deceiver. Liverpool in England and CFC in Scotland, Celtic. Yes, I've not looked. Let me look at the SPL. They're still laughing hard that Rangers are in the quarterfinal. It's a joke. All right, what's the standings? Okay, yeah, if Celtic are up by 6 points, but Rangers have a game in hand, Rangers will win that game. Absolutely win that game. They'll get to 73 points. This is, yeah, okay, who have Rangers got? I know you probably won't get any value on them. They've got Dundee. Where are they? Oh, really? Dundee are bottom of the freaking league. So Rangers are going to beat Dundee, and this is not the illusion like, oh my God, he's coding Rangers to beat Dundee. What a shout. No, I'm going to tell you why Rangers are going to beat Dundee right now. All right. Rangers will get to 73 points. Queen gets you 73. Married to Prince Philip for 73 years. Okay? If Rangers win, then they're going to get their 22nd win of the season, stay on 7 draws. 227 is the 49th prime. Prince Philip died on 4-9, at least what they told us. It's definitely a Jesuit. Rangers will stay on 7 draws and 2 losses. Jesuit order gets you 72. Pope Francis, the first openly Jesuit pope, became the pope the 72nd day of 2013. Yeah, Dundee will stay on 5 wins, 8 draws, like 58, like Pope Francis, like Freemasonry. Yeah, there you have it. It doesn't mean much, but Rangers are going to beat Dundee. So there'll be 3 points behind Celtic. Of course, there'll be 3 behind them. Celtic have scored 69 goals. That's 69, guys. That 69 is everywhere. It's why Liverpool are on 69 points, and it's why Liverpool are going to win. to get to 72 points, unless they've already played. Do they play tomorrow? Again, I don't know anymore, so I just don't care. The Liverpool play this week? I bet they win. They have to win. No, they don't. So Leicester play Brentford. Tottenham play West Ham. Tottenham have a better riddle, but it's a toughie. Leicester, Brentford. Where are Leicester? So Leicester is suddenly a mediocre team again. They're 12th. Brentford are 15th. So if Brentford win, both teams have 33 points. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. That'd be funny if they both have 33 points on Sunday. That gets you 33. All right. Real Madrid are a big club, most titles, everything. Well, Real Madrid have 13 Champions Leagues or European Cups. That's why I don't think they win the Champions League. This is 13 Illuminati bloodlines. They may never come off 13. We'll see. If Bayern win it, they get their 7th. And I keep talking about 7. Like Italy just won their first game in the Six Nations after 7 years. Bayern Munich can get the 7th. But can't Liverpool get the 7th as well? Champions League or European Cup? I think. Barca can get 54th point of the season, 54 days after Xavi's birthday, 54 days before anniversary of first ever El Clasico. Okay. Spain, 54, Ancelotti. That's a great decode. That's a great code. That's a dangerous game. Coding El Clasicos are dangerous. Yeah, Rangers in the last 8 is a joke. It's a joke, isn't it? When do Rangers play? I've just found it. They're going to beat Dundee. But again, that's not saying much, is it? Dundee are horse shit. That whole league's horse shit. Okay, I will go with all you said that, but never any price. I know, I agree. I'm not going to sit here and go, Rangers are going to win. Get on Rangers big. They'll have no odds. But sometimes what happens in these games, guys, it happens more often than you think. A favourite goes down. They'll go down 1-0 or whatever, and you can get decent odds in play. If Rangers score the first goal, it's done. They'll probably become like minus 2,000. Okay, I'll do a little bit longer. What else? Oh, I decoded Franz Beckenbauer. I'll go through that. It's better for me to do these lives and go through codes and do separate videos because it takes too long to do these videos and edit them and put them up. So Franz Anton Beckenbauer is a German former professional football manager. His playing career was nicknamed De Kaiser because of his elegant style. I think De Kaiser means the emperor. Because of his elegant style, dominance, and leadership on the field, and also, as his first name Franz is reminiscent of the Austrian emperors. There you go. After appearing in an advertisement for a big mobile phone company, Beckenbauer specifically requested the number 0176 666 666 for his mobile phone number. Franz Anton Beckenbauer gets you 216. And Gematria and 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. He won the World Cup with Germany, guys. It was the 10th World Cup. Satan gets you 10. Satan gets you 55, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. He won that World Cup the 188th day of the year, 74. Bavarian Illuminati gets you 188. He played for Bayern Munich, who are located in Bavaria. And Lucifer gets you 74, wins the World Cup in 74. We know they love that number. It's why Independence Day is on 7/4. And just to take the biscuit, he was born 9/11, 1945, 9 days after World War II ended, which was between Germany and England. That 9 again, guys, the number of completion. And on his Wikipedia, it says he started playing football at the age of 9. Franz Beckenbauer, 71 and 91, like the Society of Jesus. And he's one of 3 men to win the World Cup as a player and a manager. I think the other one's Deschamps for France, female, and a Brazilian. Can't remember his name. Zagallo or something. There's only 3 of them that have won the World Cup as a player and as a coach. So Beckenbauer's whole career is satanic and by the numbers, and is massively connected to number 6. Somebody says they appreciate my work. You are helping many to see the truth. Thank you so much. I work on it every day to help people see it. And like I said, I've inspired people. I've had people get angry with me. I've had people say, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Don't message me. I'm done with you. I'm like, okay, no problem. Since a lot of those people have come back into my life saying, I'm sorry, I apologize. I've been watching your work. Fair enough. So that feels nice. But yeah, it's no way Ronaldinho was. Yeah, Ronaldinho was blatantly a woman when you break down Ronaldinho. It's so blatant. Probably everyone who's ever played for Barcelona. Ronaldinho with his big long hair, his goofy ass teeth. And didn't they always say Ronaldinho, he would get all the women? You seen the state of her. Ronaldinho didn't get all the women. Ronaldinho was a woman. Chelsea already scored 2 goals. They have. That's interesting. Who scored? Let's have a look. Chelsea. Since Abramovich left, they keep winning, don't they? Lukaku is such a good footballer, isn't he, Lukaku? And Ziyech. 15 minutes, 31. Add up those numbers, you get 46 like Catholic. Thomas Tuchel. Absolute Nazi. Absolute Nazi. Just like Klopp. Just like that Rangnick, whatever he's called for United. Is he German as well? Truth offends people. Yeah, the truth hurts. I think the truth's beautiful. Got to find your own truth, though. You have to find your own truth. People can inspire the way you see the world, but you have to find your own truth. It's really important. That's something I've done. And I'm really strong in my belief system. And I think the way I see the world, I can back up my beliefs of the world better than most people. League One, Oxford, 69 points. Wow. Plymouth, 5 straight wins and 5 straight clean sheets. Plymouth, been so many rituals involving Plymouth. Oxford, 69 points. That's where your boy Stephen Hawkins was born, Oxford. And then he dies in Cambridge. Come on Pi Day. Atlanta for Euros. I'm in with a shout. Don't know what the price is. I can't see Barcelona. I don't know about Atlanta, but I said Barcelona a while back. I think they'll take it. And then I said if football continues the way it's going, Barcelona in the next 5 years will be the most dominant club again under the leadership of Xavi, who's going to be the next Guardiola. Basically the same scripted careers. Unfortunately, hope sells better than the truth. That's very true. But I'd rather people have hope than live in fear. But I agree with that. People don't want to learn the truth if it hurts them, if it doesn't benefit them. People like the truth if it benefits them. If it doesn't, or if it's scary, they avoid it. And then to make them feel less crazy, they have to call the other person crazy. That's how it works. That's why you got to get really good at expressing yourself, which I am now, where it's like I'm confident I could speak to anyone now and at least make them think and reconsider some of their original beliefs. Will I completely convince them to change? No. Is it my role in the world to do that? No. But I am at a point where it's like, after I speak to anyone, they go, shit, wow. Nobody goes, what are you talking about anymore like they used to, because I wasn't very good at expressing how I felt and I didn't have as much knowledge as I do now. And the more knowledge you acquire, guys, you realize that you don't really know a lot. That's beautiful. Like, the more knowledge I acquire, the more I want more. The more I realize I don't know as much as I think I know. And a lot of these stupid people think they know everything, and they don't know shit. Like in the Good Will Hunting movie, where the guy's reciting all these quotes and stats in the bar, and he thinks he's really intelligent, but he didn't know shit himself. He was reciting other people's work. He had a good memory for reciting information. It wasn't him. He wasn't giving his thoughts. That's why I say a lot of these doctors, lawyers, we're told that they're really intelligent. They're not. They're just really good at absorbing information and reciting it and following orders. That is an element of intelligence to an extent. But for me, I told you true intelligence is adaptation, being able to adapt to situations. And a lot of these so-called geniuses, they're so stuck in a way of thinking that they can never leave it. And that's not intelligence, in my opinion. That's stubbornness. That's weakness. We Red Bulls are not doing good this year. Who's Red Bulls? Not magnets, puppet strings. Watch the David Blaine commercial where it says, is it magnets or is it magic? Just in your face. Watch that Russell Westbrook 3-point shot, man. The way he shoots it is like, it's horrific. And the way it went in, it's just a disgrace at this point. I've told you, when we decode in sports, guys, we'll get a lot right, we'll get stuff wrong. But the whole point is revealing the deception. I know you want to win money along the way. That is very important in this economic climate. But I'm like, really? Can people not just watch Russell Westbrook's 3-point shot who can't shoot threes and he does? It was just, this is elite basketball, we're told. NBA, nothing but actors. You're 3 points up with the ball. Just put it in someone's hand and get fouled. What is this? It's just, again, but maybe the players don't know what's going on and they're being controlled. There's a possibility. I've been writing a lot. So I'm still working on my book. Never feel like I'm going to get it done. But I will. About MK Ultra and how they torture people. They literally torture them and then find a way of controlling them. And then these characters get alter egos. Like I said, people like Beyonce on the stage, she's Sasha Fierce. She's playing a different role. Eminem, Slim Shady, they have multiple names. Marshall Mathers. And I was learning about all of that. So I was writing about the power of the mind and the subconscious and got to control your own mind or somebody will control it for you. And I was writing about all these experiments that have actually been done on the human brain, these mind control experiments, guys, where they use drugs like LSD and they interrogate people and they weaken them and they force confessions. They can brainwash, they can torture you physically and psychologically. It's insane. Then I looked into Monarch mind control. And guys, these Monarch athletes and assassins and spies and prostitutes, they carry out these assignments and they're unaware of it. They're deeply under mind control. I think most of us are under a form of mind control through the media, through the education we've had. But these Monarch slaves, guys, like, and you watch some of these celebs like Britney Spears and Katy Perry get interviewed and Lady Gaga, they're not in control of what they're saying. And sometimes during interviews, they're like, what? And they realize who they are and they start crying and go into a panic attack. And then the handlers come in and grab them. It's really tragic, to be honest, even though these people have definitely sold their souls. It's hard to feel sorry for them. But manipulation, guys, controlling someone or something to your own advantage, unfairly or dishonestly. And we're living in a world full of manipulation. The media manipulate us all the time. And I think the average human tries to manipulate the average human because they want to gain. Maybe they do it without realizing it. So yeah, manipulation, huge word. Watch Dallas Mavericks winner against Brooklyn Nets recently. Who hit it? Don't tell me it was Luka, who's hit so many last-second 3-point shots. Was it Luka? Yeah, MK Ultra, Project Monarch, all of that. MK is like PTSD with different triggers for different objectives. Yeah, it's crazy. Again, people say control the money, control the world. I think if you can control people's minds, you control the world, to be honest. Was it Rothschild? One of the Rothschilds said, control the banking system, control the world or something. No, controlling people's minds is where you control the world. And I guess money does have a big say on the way our minds work. It's so sad. Like this knowledge that I share is so sacred. And sacred is an anagram of scared, because a lot of people are scared of anything that's sacred, so they often dismiss it. But I still think the biggest issue with our community is people are in the community just to gamble. And I was one of those people. I've said this, told this story multiple times. I learned this knowledge just to win money. I'm so past that now. I just wish more people, like, do you think this knowledge would be going further without gambling, or it wouldn't be as popular? I'd love, what's your opinion on that, guys? I've just thought about that. Do you think people would really care about the illusion in this channel if gambling wasn't involved? Do you think I would have half the subs? Would I have more subs? My aim was for 4,000 by my birthday. My birthday's April the 14th. I'm pretty close. But recently, not as many people have been subbing to my channel, which is fine. So I'm aiming for 4,000, just a personal goal. It's nice to have goals. I think I'll get it. So I just know, like, anyone who ever leaves my Patreon, ever, like, more often than not, I'll hit codes. But I definitely hit way more right. People forget that sometimes. Way more right. The amount of times I get 3 out of 3 is a joke. But if I ever go 2 out of 2 wrong, people leave and then they forget I got 6 out of 6 the last 2 days. They leave. I'm like, I always say I don't need you on my Patreon when that's your outlook on life and you're just there for the money. I don't need your $10 for that. I like people like Manny Martian and Lady Hawk and all the other people, and Gombi. There's too many to say. There's too many people. Tim Tooth. There's loads of people who are there for the truth. Like, I'll do the code about Italy winning for the first time in 7 years, and then somebody will message me saying, well, if you knew all of this, why didn't you tell me to get on Italy? They were a huge price to win. I didn't know Italy were going to win and win 22-21 and score a touchdown and a conversion with the last play of the game. I didn't know any of that, but I'll reveal why they did it. Oh, who cares? It's too late now. It's like, it's not too late. I'm revealing that professional sports are completely corrupt. Every sport that we've been deceived with our whole lives, people who love sports. Is that not huge, what I'm doing? Is that not enough for you? Because you lost $3 on a bet? Or I'm a genius because you won 50? You can't pick and choose when I'm a genius and when I'm not. And that's what people do in this community. 1 minute I'm a genius because I called 4 out of 4 and then I get 2 out of 2 wrong. Oh, you don't know what he's talking about, this guy. Well, watch my videos and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. And about 500 videos now revealing how it's all connected, these sports, with everything, with politics, wars, with deaths, with economic crashes. Yeah, I don't mind losing subscribers when it's about... I've done many posts. You know that, Lady Hawk. I said, if you're here in my community just to win money, leave me. Go join somebody else. They probably won't even have higher hit rates than me, but go join them and see what other knowledge that they're going to give you. How many hours they put into the Patreon. So many times I was members of people's Patreons. They didn't post anything in the day. I post 6, 7, 8 things a day about different things. And I decode sports. And I hit codes way more than I lose. I don't know what people want for $10, to be honest. Yeah, I told you, Chai Guy, if you wanted to join my Patreon, it's not just about sports. It's not people. Girls message me on Patreon. Thankfully, more girls are signing up saying, I avoided your Patreon because I thought it was all about just gambling and I don't gamble. And like, now I realize it's only a little part of what you do. I'm like, yeah, we need more women in this community. The women I've met and spoken to in this community are incredible minds. But a lot of women in general don't like numbers, do they? That's a fact. That's why most engineers are men. But I just wish more women and more kids got involved with this knowledge. Not just, it seems like the people who are really into it are middle-aged men, late 20s as well, are having these awakenings. But I want more younger people and more women to get involved. Good choice, bad choice, your choice. Brilliant. Yeah, we all have choices, don't we? Unless you believe in Decode Your Reality, who says that everything's scripted and you don't really have a choice. You have a little bit of free will. Yeah. Just, you've got to go with your intuition as well, your instinct, knowledge. It's got to be a combination of multiple things where you come to the conclusion of what you're going to do when it comes to betting or whatever it may be. I heard that in the 90s, it was more common to see celebrity at a local shop. Yeah, I heard that as well. Well, there wasn't as much exposure on celebrities back then, so they didn't get harassed. There wasn't really mobile phones, like people taking selfies and stuff like that. So back in the 90s, I don't think the average celebrity, I think they could go out and go to a restaurant and they wouldn't get bothered. Maybe it's like, can you sign my autograph? Can you sign this autograph? But these celebs, guys, at this point are Monarch mind slaves, artificial intelligence, just Illuminati bloodline. They're not regular people, in my opinion, at the highest level, like these Kardashians, these witches. It's not just a regular family. They all have the K. I've told you this. Kim, Courtney, Chris, whatever the other one's called, Chloe. K, the 11th letter of the alphabet. 11 connected to magic, the master number. They're witches, man. And people can't accept that we live in a world where witches exist. They've always existed, witches. I just think previously witches were good. They used their magic to benefit humanity, and now it's the opposite. Because everything's being infiltrated and backwards. Honestly, I'm tired of donating on sports anyway, especially now that I'm aware they're scripted. Don't watch them either. Don't watch them, man. If I would have been betting and had the Raptors to beat the Lakers and they were up by 3 with like X amount of seconds left and they're at home and they're a way better team this year and they lost, I would have been so devastated. I know what it would have done to me. I won't let them take my energy anymore. I'll just reveal how disgraceful it was. No such thing as a cert. Seen 120 football teams. Oh, there's no such thing as a cert. There's some codes where you're like, oh my word, this just feels so good. It looks good on paper. It feels right. And they usually hit with me. It's got to be a combination. Sometimes I post codes where I'm like, that looks great, but something don't feel right. Something don't feel right, even though it looks great. So yeah, you just got to do your best, aren't you? Anything I ever post is to try and benefit people, to help people. Anything, including sports. But you'll have people get on the wrong side of the riddle or disagree with what you put. I always love when people say, illusion, great code, but I have this for the other team and I'm betting on this team. I always say, good luck, great work. At least somebody's going to win. That's my whole mindset on it. And I've proven people wrong many times and people have proven me wrong and said, I told you illusion. I'm like, all right, fair enough, mate. Good stuff. Congratulations. I don't get bitter about it anymore because my ego's been tamed. How about Putin? Is he really? No, Putin looks completely different to what he looked like 5 or 10 years ago. Somebody's wearing a mask. Somebody's playing the role of Putin at this point. He got interviewed and they're saying he's the richest man alive. It just made me laugh so hard. Like, how? A politician's the richest man alive? How? If it's not corrupt, if that is the case, how is he the richest man alive? The richest people alive, like the Orsini families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the other families, nobody knows about them. Again, I mentioned in my book, you can do this yourself. Test it. Boxing is a fraud. Yeah, boxing is one of the easiest sports to rig, especially more and more fights now. They don't actually hit each other. They're just doing all of this, and then sometimes they'll hit them. It's like, okay. Fans still get into it, and they just wait for that one knockout, boom, and it's like they get a thrill out of it because for whatever reason, humanity like watching other people get hurt, it seems. Deep down, they do. Like, they love when people get knocked out in boxing or UFC. They love it. They get a thrill out of it. Watching another human get, like, knocked out, they get a thrill. They get a buzz out of it. Which is pretty sickening when you think about it, isn't it? It's kind of sick. Forgot what I was saying now. I went off topic, so started talking about boxing. Completely forgot what I was even talking about. Yeah, I'm not going. Maybe it'll come back later. There's no strawmen, only parasites. Yeah. Who's going to qualify for the World Cup? I think Italy. I don't think Ronaldo makes it. But we'll see. I haven't done enough work to be concrete and confident in my answer. My gut says Ronaldo doesn't make it. He had his moment in 2016 with Portugal, where they beat France 1-0. Shows you how big the Euros is when Eder came on and scored, who couldn't even start for Swansea City. But somehow he's starting for Portugal. Well, no, somehow he's starting for Portugal. Wins the Euros. Again, Ronaldo in that game faked an injury. And then it was all a show. The camera's on him, giving orders, and he's hobbling. I can pretend to give orders and hobble if I know I'm going to win. Because I know how the script's going to end. I can fulfill my role. So Ronaldo was the hero in that. 2016, again, 2-1-6. 6 times 6 times 6, 2-1-6. That's when Ronaldo won the Euros. UFC is a disgusting sport, I agree. I won't watch it. You see it, you go out and there's guys getting drunk off the face, watching other guys fight each other, hug each other, punch each other, and they get a thrill out of it. They get aroused by it. They get aroused, maybe not physically, maybe their dick don't get hard, but they're getting aroused by watching two men fighting each other. People getting aroused by guys running around the field, kicking a ball, getting aroused by it. Their hearts racing, singing songs about other men. We love you. Do you? You love these guys? It's banners of these players like they're some sort of gods when they're not. They're not, especially if they're not even in control of what they're doing on the field. Frank Lampard's a female, by the way, little puffy cheeks. And Lampard, his dad was a footballer, I think, or at least Harry Redknapp's his uncle, and then Jamie Redknapp was a footballer. It's just disgraceful how we're being lied to. Manny Pacquiao running for president in the Philippines, what a joke. Why would a boxer, again, if it's not rigged, why would you allow a boxer to run for presidency? You don't have to have any knowledge of how politics works. You just have to be a celebrity and have a fan base. Just once again showing you that politics is all a show. That's why you had Donald Trump as a president, why the Ukrainian president was a comedian. People believe it's all organic. Still, people told me that voting means something. They think the vote matters. They think the vote matters in the X Factor. It determines who wins. That she won because I voted, and maybe I was the vote that decided why she won. Shut up. It was already decided before the show began who was winning it. And it was a Mason, probably an invert. One Direction are all females. That's why Harry Styles puts it in your face and he wears dresses on stage now and lipstick and red Dorothy shoes from The Wizard of Oz. It's telling you he's a female. Oh, no, Harry's just open. Harry's just open. He's not. He's a female. And he's been pretending to be a male. And people are like, why are these guys so beautiful? Johnny Depp, Beckham, Harry Styles are so beautiful. They're women. They've got feminine features, but they also have the testosterone. So they've got the perfect balance of estrogen and testosterone. So you can look like Johnny Depp or Beckham. But they're not real men. Yeah, Russell Westbrook wears dresses. James Harden wears dresses. LeBron's been in a movie wearing a dress. Dwayne Johnson's wore a dress. Kevin Hart, who said he would never wear a dress, wore a dress on Saturday Night Live sketch. Usually it's the black celebrities that get put in dresses, but not always. Will Smith's wore a dress. Will Smith's first ever movie, he played a gay character where he got fucked by a white man. I'm not lying. You can check that out for yourself. And now his kids, Jaden and Willow, are both basically transgender. Don't even know what sexuality they are. Don't know. There's about 5,000 sexualities now. Jaden, named after his mum, Jada. Willow, named after her dad, Will. Should it not be the other way around? No, because they're inverted. They do everything backwards. It's the sick in the head. Yeah, you cast a vote. Good spell. I always talk about on a movie, they get a cast, and then the movie's broadcasted. Witchcraft, guys. Witchcraft. David Icke was a professional footballer but never played a game. Yeah, David Icke was a goalkeeper, female. And David Icke's the best example of just mockery. He's a pro footballer, supposedly. I think it was for Luton. Could be wrong. He worked for the BBC, which is corrupt. It's the mainstream media. He worked for the Green Party, so he worked in politics. Green Party is promoting the environment, which helps with Agenda 21 and Agenda 30 and climate change. And how dare you? And he's wrote all these books, best-selling books, you can't do unless you're a Mason. He's been on talk shows like, I can't remember, Terry Wogan, when he was a nobody. Like, all those things with David Icke, but hey, it's for the people. He cares about the people. He speaks truth, like a lot of them. Truth sprinkled with lies, a lot of lies. And again, David Icke, his whole family is inverted. Check out images of them. The Leicester City fan. Leicester City won the Premier League 2016. Again, that 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. They're called the Foxes. And Fox in Pythagorean numerology is 666 because F is 6, O is 60, and X is 600. I'm sure he had a say in that because he's probably a witch, David Icke. The guy who came up with NASA, his middle name is Icke. Was it Eisenhower or something? I can't remember who it was. Break a leg so you can get in a cast. Yeah. 56 viewers. That's hilarious. But like, without being arrogant and cocky, because it's not in my DNA at the moment, that why is there only 56 people watching me? What are they watching? They're going to be watching a rigged sports game right now. Or they're watching Friends repeat from 20 years ago. It's just crazy that I'll never have exposure. I would love to go on Joe Rogan and just hammer the mainstream. Never going to happen, is it? I've always said I applied to go on TED Talk to talk about gematria, and they responded and said it's an ideology. It's an ideology, me talking about numbers. They wouldn't let me on. Why not? Why not? We know why not. I'll never have a big following. People say 4,000, that's amazing. But in reality, for the work I do, it's absolutely nothing. When you look at other people's YouTube channels, it's a disgrace, to be honest. I know I don't market myself. I don't promote my work like people do. There's ways of doing it and getting more subs. But I was looking through my videos the other day, like going through them. Like, oh my God, I've covered so much here. Proven so much, and still like not even 4,000 subscribers. It's baffling to me. I'm not in it for fame, fortune. I don't give a shit about any of that. But it's just outrageous, to be honest, with the stuff that I do and what I say and the things I put together every fucking day for a handful of people to see my stuff. It makes me sick, to be honest, at times, but it is what it is. I think the earth is flat, probably. Definitely not a globe, put it that way. Yeah. They're like teens, part of their story is true, yeah. A lot of teenagers tell you the truth, but they lie as well. Future millionaire David Icke is a bloke. Really? He's a female, mate, pretending to be a bloke. Is he going to be a millionaire? Again, David Icke, who calls out the mainstream, but then he headlines Wembley Stadium. Those stadiums are all owned by the Masons, but they let him host his little bullshit talks that he does because he speaks with real passion and fire, because he's a phenomenal actor. A phenomenal actor, David Icke. Always tensing his forehead. Like, always really intense. Pretty funny at times. And he was in the middle once of London. Did a big parade. They'd just shut it down instantly if that was me doing it. Probably get handcuffed. Him, it was fine. And then they got rid of his YouTube channel. And then on a commercial, they promoted David Icke. I was like, are you kidding me? You got rid of his channel, but you're actually running commercials for him. Oh, God, you must really be scared of David Icke. They're scared of people like me, real people, who can wake up real people. That's what they're scared of deep down, I think. Although, again, I'm next to a nobody when it comes to my following. But at least I'm real. How many YouTube people are even real anymore? Like, genuine people. David Icke played in goal for Hereford, where they beat Newcastle in 72. Really? 72. Francis, 72nd day of the year, became the Pope. It's probably Illuminati bloodline, David Icke. Or royal family. And by the way, the royal family are Nazis. You remember there was an image of Prince Harry dressed up as a Nazi, just in your face? Like, why would he do that? Prince Harry dressed up as a Nazi, I think, for Halloween. Oh, but he was just doing a finger up to the royal family because Harry's just real like one of us. Well, how's about you check all the Freemasonic poses that he does and the fact that he married a bloke, Meghan Markle, to push racial discrimination, why he married somebody who has a black mother or whatever she has. See through it. Mr. Flynn's an absolute legend. He's a really, really good guy. He's the one who told me to look into Beckenbauer with his phone number being 6666666. Again, I guess he just likes the number 6, guys. Being a conspiracy theorist. You don't want celebrity status. Trust me, you'll lose all respect if you fall in with that crowd. People will call you a shill like the rest of them. I know. But I won't ever, even if I wanted to be famous, I was talking to Maddie and Anna yesterday about this. I said, even if I wanted to be famous or you wanted to be famous, you have no chance. And I got a little bit upset. Like, you have no chance. But I definitely don't want to be famous. And I never will be. When I was younger, you want to be famous. I wanted to be a pro footballer. I wanted people chanting my names. I wanted to score winning goals in cup finals. I had all of that in my head. I did want to be famous. But when you realize that the average celebrity just says, I wish I was just normal. I wish I wasn't famous. So that's why they say, be careful what you wish for. They say, be careful what you wish for. Hey, what's your take on Alan Watt? He died, I think, 2 years ago. He's another David Icke. This is really hard with Alan Watt, because I have a lot of respect for him, and he wasn't massively in the mainstream, was he? For me, it's hard. I don't want to call everyone out. Personally, for me, I connect with Alan Watt. I liked his message. I'm sure he was a Mason. I'm sure he was part of some sort of society, just like George Orwell was. But with Alan Watt, I can resonate with his work. I don't think he's trying to fry your head and manipulate you, really. Maybe some of them, maybe there are certain angels that are allowed to speak truth and they just don't get the media exposure. People ask me about Tesla all the time. And when you read what he said or what he supposedly said, it's like incredible, where he talks about numbers and energy and frequency and vibration. So I agree with all of that. So you've got to be aware that these Masons, these deceivers, these whatever they are, witches, warlocks, whatever they are, they do give you sacred truth. And I think if your spirit's strong, you can connect with what's true and what's fiction. So I listen to Alan Watt a lot. I do. And I'll keep listening to him because I connect with what he says. I'll never truly know if he was a Mason, a secret society, a Satanist. With Alan Watt, I respect his work. David Icke, no. Russell Brand, no. I see right through their bullshit. I can just see it. But a lot of the stuff with Alan Watt is you're just listening at you. You're just listening to him speak. He didn't do a lot of work where he was behind the camera or on the BBC or on talk shows. He was just a very fucking wise person, man. And the mainstream don't really talk about him, which is probably a good sign for him being organic. So yeah, I hope that Manly P. Hall, the template for all of them, and he was 33 degree. Yeah, 33 degree Mason, Manly P. Hall. He's the one who says full reduction's the purest cipher. Maybe it is, I don't know. What do you think about rugby? It's rigged. I always said I always respected rugby players. So athletic, so tough, so strong. But it's rigged, like the Italy game today with Wales. Just don't know if these players know. I wish I knew that. I can't believe they all know. There's a pic of Queen Elizabeth doing the Nazi sign as a kid. Does not shock me in the slightest. They're Nazis, and that's the mockery they do. England went to war with Germany, got the royal family guys who everyone in England worships, and they're Nazis. They're basically worshipping Nazis. Prince Charles, his bloodline's connected to bloody, I forgot his name, but a vampire. I think Charles was a vampire. Who did they base Count Dracula on? They based the character Count Dracula on an actual person who's related to Prince Charles, who looks like a vampire, and Prince Philip massively looks like a vampire. What's white stays white, that's black is hidden. Good play on words. They murdered Alan Watt. Very possible. It wouldn't shock me. It's funny how his name's Watt, which is connected to electricity, and he would always talk about vibration and things like that. It's pretty funny. I don't know if that's mockery or what, but Frank Zappa was another so-called angel. Guys, if somebody takes my life in the next few years, you know why. I'm not saying I'm an angel, but it's pretty obvious. But again, I don't have the platform. I don't have hundreds of thousands of views. People say Tesla isn't a real person because the amount of inventions he came out with, he would have to release one invention every 2 months. Yeah, they told us that Tesla died in a hotel room by himself talking to pigeons. Really? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? I don't think so. Maybe he was a fictional character, and maybe they use fictional characters to speak the truth to you, because I think universally they have to tell you the truth. So maybe they do it through fictional characters. What about Edison? Was Thomas Edison fictional, who stole Tesla's idea supposedly? Or was that another big story of bullshit? Electricity should be free. It should be free. Nobody should be paying for it. I've told you this. And water. Water. Nobody should be paying for water or electricity. Natural. Vlad the Impaler, yeah. It's connected to Prince Charles, his bloodline. Look into it. Do you think Hitler really died in 1945? No. What, at age 56? And Adolf Hitler's 56? And World Wars is 56? The Society of Jesus is 56? Pope 56? No way he died at 56 and 45. 45 is the big ritual number, guys. Hitler was a fictional character. And he was Walt Disney, whoever the person was. I'm telling you. Watch my video about it. George Carlin's another one who was a comedian, but he spoke so much truth. But again, he was given a mainstream platform, wasn't he? So I'm like, ugh, he had a mainstream platform selling out these arenas owned by the Masons. It's like, they do give you a lot of truth through comedy, though. He's the one who said, we're all in one big club and you're not in it. Or we're not in it. Maybe he was in it. I don't know. But again, George Carlin, amazing quotes. But Charlie Chaplin gave amazing quotes and speeches. CC, like 33, his initials. Just find your own truth, and they'll give you it, but you've got to distinguish what's true and what's bullshit. And that's on you to do, not anybody else. Ferrari pole position as well, something with Italy going on. Well, that's first country in Europe to be hit by coronavirus was Italy, wasn't it? Of course it was, where the Pope resides. Tesla and Edison are both 33. Interesting. Vampires are real, I agree. So are witches. So are magicians. So are wizards. People laugh at you, but whatever. Let them keep laughing. It's fine. I don't know much about Max Spears, mate, so I can't get into Max. That a pyramid on your tee, bruv? I don't know. It's Quicksilver. It's my pajama top. Is it a pyramid? I don't think so. I don't even know what it is. I don't think it's a pyramid. It's not like the shape of a pyramid, is it? It's not three-sided shape. And again, if this is not a pyramid, but if it was, like, it's my pajamas. Look, I'm wearing pajama pants. I'm still in my pajama pants, guys. They're dark blue, white, and red. Similar to the Great Britain flag. But that's not... Somebody bought me these pants. I think somebody bought me this. This is Levi's. Again, I've done a code about Levi Strauss. Massive Mason. Does that make me a Mason because I'm wearing Levi? Guys, all the brands that we wear, they own. Unless you're making your own clothes. Oh, guys, I've got an iPhone, so I must be a Jesuit. Because I'm promoting Steve Jobs, a.k.a. John Lennon. Come on, guys. In this beast system, it's hard to... You can't completely escape it. You can master it, you can't escape it, can you? At the moment. Unless we create our own reality. I break the witch's spells all the time. That's good, Chris. How do you do that, though? How do you do that? Do you think every Olympic medal winner sold his soul? Yes. I do. Or her. Because females, actually, maybe all Olympic athletes who've won medals are men. What else we got? Steve Jobs is John Lennon. I believe so. I believe so. I'll try and do a video on that as well. They look so alike, and the numbers that I'll put together will reveal it as well. Is God scripting our lives? I think the Jesuits, the Masons, are playing God in this realm, and they're scripting the way we see the world. I don't think they're completely scripting every individual's lives. I think that's dependent on the individual and their spirit and their capacity to see through bullshit. I'm starting to lean towards that we're living in a realm which is a replica of the original one. There's an original realm somewhere which was like pure and beautiful and nirvana, and now they've somehow replicated it with AI, and we're living within it somehow, like Sims. But I don't think God or the Creator intentionally created the world to be as it is now, full of manipulation. I think it got infiltrated, because remember, Satan is not a creator. He's not the creator. He infiltrates and he destroys anything that's pure. He's a replica of God. He got sent down. God sent him down to this realm because Satan wanted to be above God. It's like, no chance, mate. Down you go. So I don't think God or the original creator created this. And you might say, well, why is he not stopping it? Why has he allowed it? Maybe I've said God is within us. God is consciousness. That's why Jesus Christ said, Christ is within me. We have to stop this. God is within us. It's just people can't find him through distraction, through manipulation, through obsession with money and celebrity lifestyles and all of that. I think I'm pretty close to God. I don't believe he's in the sky looking down on me. I think he's in me, in all of us. I do. Do I know that? No. But I think the most sacred things in life are the things you can't see. Bob Paisley of Liverpool was a fraud, and he was a Freemason, open Mason. Just like the guy who won the World Cup with England. Alf Ramsey was a Mason, open Mason. A lot of Scottish coaches, super successful, like Paisley, like Sir Alex Ferguson. It's because they're Scottish Rite Freemasons. Rite, guys, Rite, R-I-T-E, means ritual. Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Rite. Think of how many ways we can use the word rite. Rite like the ritual, rite like writing something down, rite like that direction, rite like you're correct, rite like you're right-footed. Like, it's wild, right? So many words have multiple meanings. Do you not create other words? Certain words they really like to have people keep repeating, and right's one of them. People's last name, right? Are we ever winning all cycles, life and death? Yes, I believe so. I believe so. I think right now we're winning, and it sounds crazy. I think we're winning because all this darkness is being revealed, because light's shining on it. I keep saying that. I think we're winning right now. It's hard to define when you're going to win, like in a sports game when the final whistle goes, you dictate who wins or loses. People will get screwed over in the next few years really badly if they don't have soul and spirit to see through the deception. They'll get taken out. I don't know how they'll be taken out, but they're going to get taken out. And they say the strongest survive or whatever. Maybe they're referring to the spirit. Manny told me spirit is breath. That's why they say he took his last breath when somebody dies. Breath and spirit is one of the same thing. I'm going to look into that as well. So breath, guys, think about what you say. Again, why they put chemtrails in the air, want to affect the way you breathe, stuff like that. Your life, your spirit is the breath. That's why, like in meditation, they're always like, take a deep breath. Even do it now, guys. Take a deep breath. You feel better. It's like you're releasing some sort of negative energy when you take deep breaths. Control your breathing when you're swimming, when you're running. So I'm going to really start looking into breathing techniques and stuff like that. Again, just this knowledge, it takes you from one thing to the next. And the more knowledge you acquire, the more power you have, because knowledge is power. They tell us that. Knowledge is power. One of the most powerful things you can possess is knowledge. Genuine knowledge, not bullshit from a textbook. Okay? Is there any more platforms to follow from The Illusion? I have a Twitter page. I don't really do anything on it. I occasionally post stuff that's not on my Patreon or on my YouTube page. Let me find my link. But again, I don't even know how many how many people follow me. 652 followers, but I just started it. I'll put the link if you want to follow it. There's not much going on there. But that is where you can message me if you can't afford to pay Patreon. You can actually message me on Twitter. Can't always respond because I work 5 jobs. I don't want to be behind a screen all day either. Do you think Prodigy from Mobb Deep was real? He was the first rapper that exposed Illuminati and gave us a lot of knowledge. Very possible. Very possible. But again, when they're getting interviewed or coming out with this and then it's going on a platform, why didn't they get rid of it? Whatever they keep up on platforms, I don't think they have a major issue with people seeing. And again, most people, when they go on the search engine, they never go past the first page. I scroll to like the 40th page. That's where you usually find the good information, where they're trying to hide. The truth is out there, but it's hidden, and it's often hidden in plain sight. Imagine being a 33 feet human, your giants of the past, which were real. Now imagine fighting off a swarm of bees big enough for your times. Wow, it's insane. Somebody's calling me. I should take it, but should I keep going for a little bit longer and call them back? This could be an important phone call. Somebody who I hold dearly in my life calling me. Yeah, the giants were supposedly 33 feet, like 33 degrees in Freemasonry, 33 vertebrae in your spine. Jesus died at 33 AD. What else you got? 10.2 meters average height. We just had the 102nd NFL season. Just 10 years ago, people weren't big on... Well, every holy book, our man talks about reincarnation. Every single holy book, one of the things they have in common is reincarnation. It's just whether you want to reincarnate back to this realm, this scripted, fake realm that we're living in. I want to ascend. I want to ascend, guys, to nirvana. I want to go up a level spiritually. So we're spiritual beings having a human experience. We are. And if you're unaware of that, you're never going to ascend if you don't know the power of the spirit, and that's who you are. You'll never ascend if you're unaware of that. They want you to feel like you're a human being. You're not. You're just having a human experience within a vessel. So one could say consciousness is returning. I believe so. Well, ask yourself this, mate. You probably had a awakening. I have. Everyone in this chat has. How big were pages like The Illusion 3 or 4 years ago? I know Zach Hubbard's always done great work, but other than him, 4 years ago, was there anyone else putting out content about gematria, about consciousness, about how letters and numbers are connected, about how the majority of famous people are inverted? Were there many channels doing that? No. There's more and more now. People saying, I set up a YouTube channel because of yours, Illusion. I set up a YouTube channel because of Zach Hubbard. So, yeah, there's genuine awakenings now because we're in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of truth and revelation. Some people are going to see it through the bullshit, other people won't. That's not for us to figure out. That's for each person to figure out. I've also heard talk about Mother 9 and 9 lives relating to being of our 9th and final reincarnation. Yeah, when a woman gives birth, it's 9-month period, isn't it? 9 months, that number of completion.
It's a massive number, an absolutely massive number. That's why Brady is coming back for his 23rd season, the 9th prime. It's a joke, and he retired, leaving 3 days left in the year. 3 + 3 + 3 is 9. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, and he won the Super Bowl in 2-7. By the way, today's 319. Brady won Super Bowl 55, 31-9, 319. Retired 319 days before the Pope's birthday, and Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd, who was born on 319. Derek Chauvin, 319. Was it Mother 8 and 8 lives last time? I'm not sure. I just know 9's big. Cat has 9 lives, not 7 or 6. They have to have 9 lives. Just a big number, isn't it? Prince is 319. Nice. Chelsea winning at the moment, 0-2. Okay. Middlesbrough are not going to come back, I don't think, at that point. How long's left? What even round of the cup is it? Quarterfinals? Quarterfinals. Yeah, Chelsea, they always seem to do well in the cup, don't they? Soccer match is 90 minutes. That's a great point. That's a very good point. Yeah, it is 90 minutes. 2 halves of 45. We always talk about 90-degree angles, 45-degree angles, all of that. 45, the ritual word, 4 + 5 gets you 9. 45 is the 9th triangular number. It's 11 players on a pitch for each team. That's 22. Double master numbers. It's insane. It's just wild. It's wild. It's wild. Mason Mount, 2 assists. Or did he set them up with his vagina? You need some water, Lady Hawk. Get some water. So good for you guys. I drink so much water. It's so good. Stay off soda. Stay off Coke and Sprite, which is like spirit. Stay off all that bullshit. I'm not going to lie. I occasionally have some beers, definitely. But I don't get drunk anymore. I don't get possessed by spirits like vodka and whiskey. Something bad might happen on match the 30th. Match is 3. 30 gives you 33. Very possible. Very possible. Inter Fiorentina 1-1. Didn't even know they were playing, to be honest with you. What I'm going to do is I'll do a video, not today, maybe tomorrow. I did a really good video about the number 40. I'm really proud of the stuff I put together for the number 40. Connected to Jesus and Brady and a few other things, Noah's Ark. I'll do that. I don't want to discuss that here. I think that should be a separate video, to be honest with you. But guys, oh my God, I just got my 40th like. Did somebody do that intentionally when I was talking about 40? Give me the 40th like. Was that by intention, guys? That's a fucking joke if it wasn't. Talk about 40 and I got my 40th like. Come on, who did that? Somebody's playing with me with these numbers at this point. So many messages. Javi, Barry, Anna, Maddie, Arturo. Wild. All right. The Masonic ladder equals 333. Great work. I didn't know that. What cipher is that? Might be a cipher I don't use. Just giving you the 30th like without realizing. Thank you. Okay. Well, somebody got rid of it. I'm down to 39. Has somebody really unliked after this? How did I go from 40 likes to 39? Is that YouTube mocking me? What? And now it's back to 40. What are they doing with these algorithms? Who unlikes a video? Why did I go from 40 to 39? Is it because masonry gets you 39 in gematria? Is it because 3 times 9 gets you 27? And I was talking about Brady winning the Super Bowl in 2-7. And he retires with 333 days left in the year. And 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Is that why they brought me down to 39? Absolute jokers. And now I have 42, like Freemason and Jesuit. Come on, give me a freaking break. What is this bullshit? I don't know, man. They definitely manipulate the numbers. Probably have way more subs than they've told me as well. These lying. I'm not going to say what I want to say. I just wish that there was an even playing field. I really do. I wish they would let people like me on TV and speak my mind, but they won't. I just wish that it was just an even playing field in everything. Genuine, organic. Let the best person win. It's not though, is it? Unfortunately. Oh, thank you, man. When will the Jesuits and Freemasons get destroyed? I think it'll be in our lifetime. It'll go one of two ways, won't there? There's going to be a new world order. It's either going to be a new world that we've created through consciousness, or it's going to be their new world order of complete control. You've got to pick which one you want at this point, because it's on its way. There will be a new world order. It might not be what they want, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Orsinis, the royal family, or whatever it is. There's going to be a new world, guys. A world that we've not been used to in our lifetime. And it's either going to be spectacular and beautiful and incredible. It's going to be absolutely horrific. I think it's dependent on consciousness. If most people are living in a negative state of consciousness, the reality we live in is going to be super negative. That's why they try and crush us every day and bring down our frequencies every day. They want to crush us. I do my bit for the world. I try to go live and inspire and share knowledge and make you laugh occasionally. I'm doing my part, but I'm just one guy, man. I'm just one guy. There's no people working for him or anything. But I'm doing my role. I always say if the world does go to complete shit, I can look myself in the eye from looking in the mirror and I'll be like, I did what I could to help change this. And most people can't say that because they only really care about themselves or their close ones, their loved ones. And that's a trap as well. Because we're all family in this world. Even these sick bastards are my family in a sad way. Because it's a universe and uni means one. So I don't know. It's hard to accept that. But again, truth hurts. Things like that hurt as well. Bro, I missed his link. Send it for the invert exposer. The invert exposer. What a title. What's your job? Well, for the last 5 years, I've been working as an invert exposer. I wonder if you can get a degree in that. You can get a degree in freaking McDonald's. Maybe you can get one in becoming an invert exposer. I'd study that. That'd be fun. Guys, the word planet is like plan net like the internet. There's some sort of AI system that's pre-planned that we're living in. But I think you can crack the code. You always hear cracking the code. Systems can collapse, can't they? They can. 59 viewers really like Pope Francis and Freemasonry. Is that how many I've got? I've got 46 now, 47. Interesting. If it's organic, it might be boring sometimes. People wouldn't watch it if it's real. Again, it's black magic. How many of people would watch the professional sports if there was no stadium and no production? I say this all the time. They were playing in a local park. Would you go watch it and pay 60 quid? And would you spend 100 quid on a shirt, whatever they charge? Would you do that if they were just playing in a park? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. And it's, I watch because of the ability. No, you watch because of the emotional connection and the show, the bread and circus. That's why you go. And when it's World Cups and Euros, you've got your social identity on the line. So if your country wins, then you feel like you've won. Same with wars. Speak to English people, we won the war. It's like, are you proud of that? A bullshit war funded by the Rockefellers and Rothschilds. You're proud that innocent people died? Yeah, I'm English. And we won the war. So that means I'm amazing. Or like England, they're going to win the World Cup. Like if England win the World Cup, do you think I'm going to be proud? Think I'm going to be celebrating in the street, beeping my horn, walking around in my England shirt, 3 lines on the shirt, of course, fucking 3 of them? No. I'll be trying to reveal why England won it. I'll be telling people this is why they won it, and it's sick. Disgraceful. Satan's army of angels have 9 ranks. Wow. Oh, yeah. And if you go with the Church of Satan, they have something with a 9 as well. And 11, of course. They have, where is it? Something about 9 truths or something, 9 rules. Where is it? I can't find it. There's a big 9/11 with them. There's 11 satanic rules. 11 satanic rules, guys. Let's read them. The 11 satanic rules of the earth by Anton LaVey, who founded the Church of Satan. Do not give opinions or advice unless you are asked. Do not tell your troubles to others unless you are sure they want to hear them. When in another's lair, show him respect or else do not go there. If a guest in your lair annoys you, treat him cruelly and without mercy. Do not make sexual advances unless you are given the mating signal. What's the mating signal? Like this? What's the mating signal? Do not take that which does not belong to you unless it is a burden to the other person and he cries out to be relieved. Again, you can play on these words. Acknowledge the power of magic. If you have employed it successfully to obtain your desires, if you deny the power of magic after having called upon it with success, you will lose all you have obtained. Number 7, the 7th rule is about magic. The Euro 2020 final was on 7/11, July the 11th, which was clearly magic involved in that. Do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself. Do not harm little children. Interesting. That's the 9th rule. 9 out of 11. Do not kill non-human animals unless you are attacked or for your food. When walking in open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask him to stop. If he does not stop, destroy him. Destroy him. If he does not stop, so if somebody's annoying you and he doesn't stop, don't just say, hey, piss off, mate, and walk away. You got to destroy them. The 11 satanic rules, guys. Oh, my Lord. There's 11 EPL games left. Pope gets you 11 in Gematria. What else? 9 goddesses are worshipped in India. Yep, another 9. Good. Marriage is basically dead along with Imani. We can't save them. Yeah, marriage, guys, I don't think we're designed to get married, to be honest. That's all a ritual. Marriage is a ritual, isn't it? You need witnesses and it's just a joke. You need witnesses, guys, because we're all the Walking Dead, which I've done a video about. That's why you need witnesses to confirm that you've actually got married. You need witnesses to get divorced as well. Disgraceful. So Amani is going with the decode reality. He thinks that our whole life's planned out and we shouldn't care. I think that is a very satanic way of looking at the world, mate. And you're falling for decode reality. If you think that your whole life's completely scripted and everyone's is completely scripted and there's nothing we can do about it, yeah, you may as well just call it a day and not do anything, and not be motivated for anything, mate, if that's your outlook. I disagree. I think that's what they want you to believe, that you're basically worthless and there's nothing you can do and your whole life's completely scripted. No, bullshit. Certain things are probably scripted or meant to be or destiny or within your story, your code, but your whole life's not completely scripted. Everything, no. I didn't buy this thing because it was in my script. I bought it because I injured my wrist playing football and it was on a deal. Whoever's writing that script, man, pretty bullshit script. All right, I'm going to have Illusion go to the store at this time, buy whatever this is called because his wrist is hurting, and I'll make sure that he buys it because it's a discounted price. That's part of his script for this day. No, it's not. Bullshit. I went where the energy took me. Energy goes where energy flows, baby. So much is about energy, and when you realize that, you can get to control your own reality and not be controlled by an AI system, okay? If you believe that you're being controlled, there's nothing you can do about it, then God bless you, mate. You're going to be trapped. That's your own fault. No, I'm not saying, no, Imani is amazing. I'm not saying it's satanic. I'm saying that it's a very satanic way of looking at it. That basically, so all these serial killers, these murders, these deceivers, it's not their fault. It's their script. It's God's fault. God gave them that script. It's not their fault why they do what they do. Absolute bullshit. Take responsibility for your actions instead of saying, oh, well, it's in my script. No, absolute nonsense in my opinion. You can disagree with me, which is fine. I'm not having that absolute nonsense. That everything about everyone's life in this realm is scripted. No. We do live in a scripted reality for sure. But when you see through that, you can escape it to an extent. That's dependent on your spirit. Or is that all coded as well, your spirit? So then how are we playing a role? We all play a role. The world is a show to an extent. We're all playing a role. You can create your own character, man. Or you can believe that your character's already been predetermined and you can't change it. I'm creating my own character to an extent in the illusion. I wasn't given that as a birth name. Okay, I came up with that, and you might say, well, you didn't do it. It was coded for you to become the illusion. I disagree. I completely disagree, to be honest with you. It's part of my story. I don't think my whole life was initially scripted for me to become the illusion and to be going live right now talking to you. I don't believe that's the case. And if you do, fair play to you. Again, I can't tell you how to live your life and see the world. We come back for teachings. Yeah, I believe we're here right now. I always say the universe is a classroom, and every day you should look to learn and grow. And we are being tested. That's why they say it's testing times right now. We're being tested, and a lot of people are failing, in my opinion, dramatically. I've also said this. I feel like the universe or God or even these freaking Masons want us to wake up. They're giving us every opportunity with the bullshit stuff that they show every day now. It's like they want us to be like, they're like, come on, it's like when you're giving people clues. You keep giving them clues and they still can't give you the answer. You're like, come on, how many more clues do you want me to give you without actually giving you the answer? That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at. People are still refusing the truth because spiritually they're weak. They're being broken. They're soulless beings. There's a lot of them walking this earth at the moment. They're soulless. Doesn't make them bad people. They're just soulless. They're being crushed under so much mind control. They don't even know who they are anymore, why they're here, that they can ascend. Like Jesus ascended over 40 nights, didn't he? 40 days and 40 nights, another 40. Ascension is real, guys. It's growth. Ascension comes through consciousness and awareness. And you want to tell me, okay, well, did they pick me? Did the illusion got picked to do this? To spread this knowledge? I got picked? Maybe I had previous past lives where slowly but surely my level of consciousness was arising. I was learning, and now I'm at a point where I'm so confident I can express it. Maybe I've lived life 5 million times before. Who knows? We don't know. Nice name, Adam. Adam Moha. Adam gets you 26, guys, like God. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, and I do gematria. I didn't give myself the name Adam. That was my dad. Named me after a celebrity called Adam Faith. Faith, guys, and I have faith in the universe. Pretty incredible, isn't it? And I've said to my dad, I was like, why do you name me after Adam Faith? His music's shit. Listen to Adam's Faith, guys. Music was horse shit. I will be betting Real Madrid as Barcelona won their last game 4-0, and you have no idea how many teams this year have lost after winning 4-0. Well, that's another 40 again, that I keep talking about. I've said I like Real Madrid to win that game. I don't care if Benzema, the little French Jesuit fraud, is not playing. We'll just have some other Jesuit fraud score the winning goal. This is our planet. The trespassers have zero authority. It's false power. We aren't powerful. Yeah, we are so powerful. So powerful. Or at least we have the capacity to be powerful, and we're unaware of it. We're unaware of it because we've just been limited. Limited. You want to continue living your life being limited? Go for it. I refuse. I refuse. Your truth is subjective. Yes, all truth is subjective. The only real universal truths are you need to eat and drink to survive, and don't hurt your fellow man. Everything else is basically subjective. That's why you can sit in a room and debate so many topics, and by the end of it, nobody wins. It might be somebody who's expressed their opinion in a clearer way, and the consensus is that person's correct, but again, the truth's within you. That's why the word you is in the middle of the word truth. You've got to find the truth within you. But maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to get your truth from the mainstream or the Bible or your parents or your education system. Maybe that's where you want to get your truth from. And that's up to you. That's up to you. It's almost 12 o'clock. I need to get showered and do something with my day today. One of the few days I can actually relax. I'm actually meeting some friends tonight, which I'm excited about. I'm going to go watch a Queen tribute act. Another one bites the dust. Hey, invert. Hey, fake mustache. Hey, Freddie Mercury, another guy named after a planet, just like Bruno Mars. But yeah, I've watched them before. They're really fun. They're really fun. So that should be it. 46 people in the live, 46 likes. Brady retires 46 days after the Pope's birthday and then meets the 46th president on the 201st day of the year. And his name's 46. How's your ankle? Ankle's way better, but it's my Achilles. Do you know when you injure your ankle, it affects everything? My Achilles hurts and my muscle. Still not good to go to play at a high level, but I can coach and kick a ball now. So cheers, Flinny, for asking. Natural remedies, by the way, I didn't take medication. They gave me it. I didn't take it. But I did the exercises. Like I said, even this thing here, man, it really helps. It's really helping. And it releases stress. By the way, stress, guys, is the biggest killer. So you've got to really keep an eye on it. When you feel stressed, you have to listen to your spirit and your mind. Because it's the biggest killer in the world, stress. It leads to heart attacks, all sorts of things. Barca, 11 games unbeaten, so they will lose. Yep. That makes sense. A lot of runs end at 11. Good call, Adam. Yeah, I think Madrid win. Actually, in Islam, it is said that when they go to hell and blame the devil will say, I only called you. You just followed, so it's not your fault. Possibly. Again, do you really believe in the devil? Is there a red character that lives underground in hell? Or is the devil within us as well? Is devil and God within each person? I think so. I think so. That's why sometimes you have the angel and the demon on your shoulder. So I think they're both within people. And then I don't know if you get addicted to money, to gambling, to sex, to alcohol, to drugs, more demons, I don't know, that get within you, maybe. And the more you spread truth and you help people and you spread positivity, angels are drawn towards you through the energy. That's why people will say, you're glowing today, you're glowing. Maybe there's angels in them. I don't know. But angel, again, Lucifer was an angel. Lucifer Morningstar was a fallen angel. 33.3% of the angels came to earth. We aren't designed to be pitted against each other. I know we're not. Universe, one. I was talking about how I have a newfound respect for plants and animals and nature and just anything, and for people's energy, their humor. I just love being around those people, whether they're 17 years old or 70 years old or my age. I just want to be around people who have that energy. And I can feel it. I can feel people's energy, which I never used to be able to do. Or maybe I did and I wasn't aware of it. Yeah, Venus Williams for Another Planet. Penis Williams, by the way. Bloke. I think all questions are good questions. The more questions you ask, the more knowledge you acquire, in my opinion. I question things every day. Fallen angel had full disclosure. We do not, and what we were lied to. The devil is within us. His power was made for him to only whisper. Yeah. Again, it's the demon on your shoulder telling you to do something that deep down you know you shouldn't do. Go on, just do it. You know you want it. You know you want it. And you're like, oh, I do want it. Well, do it then. And then the other one's like, don't do it. You know what that's going to make you feel like? You know that it's going to make you're going to get hungover. And then the day after, you're not going to do anything productive. Yeah, but imagine you get a beautiful girl and you have fun. Then at the end of the night, you get a juicy doner kebab. Ooh, a juicy doner kebab, baby. That's what the demon's saying to you. Then the angel's like, but you'll get heartburn. And you're going to spend money and you don't really have much money at the moment. You don't get paid for another 2 weeks. Oh, but why don't you put a bet on? I've got an idea. Why don't you bet on Madrid to beat Barca? Good odds. And you'll pay for your night out. It's like boom, boom, boom. Like, for me, if I have this demon talking to me, I'm like, hey, piss off, mate. Just off you go, son. I do what I want when I want, unless my life's completely scripted and I have no say in it. The devil can't do much other than whisper. Oh, sorry, I've just read that. Who's passing to the semi-finals, Madrid or Chelsea? I think Madrid. I think Madrid play Bayern. I just got cheated on, but I'm happy as fuck, laughing out. Shit's motivating. If somebody cheated on you, they don't deserve you, okay? Simple as that. So screw that person who cheated on you. Whatever you do, don't go back to them. If anyone ever cheats on you, don't ever go back to them. If they cheat once, they'll cheat again. I know God talks about forgiveness and all of that, but for me, if somebody cheated on me, I would never go back. Me personally. So what if they do it again? You probably say, okay, well, maybe they won't do it the third time. It goes on. So many people who are with people who constantly get cheated on, thinking that I'm going to change him. He's eventually going to love just me. No, he's not. Or she's not. Doner kebab and a pint. Oh, fuck. Wow. What a shout. What a shout. I know that's not promoting healthy eating and whatever, but sometimes you need a doner kebab. I haven't had one. Last really good one I had was in Cyprus. Really good. Chili sauce, baby. The devil is nowhere near as strong as God. I agree. Not even close. And he knows that, and it upsets him. Screw him. Or whatever it is, whatever the bit. Gyros, incredible. Gyros are absolutely unbelievable. Some girls just like to sleep with many men, and we really can't. It's fine. Some guys like to sleep with a lot of women. I told you, I don't think we're designed to be with just one person our whole lives. I don't think we're meant to be. We're basically apes. We just go around fucking each other all the time. You don't see them sitting down and getting married, do you? They just listen to, I don't know, the spirit, the brain, whatever it is. They just do what they're supposed to do. I don't think you're meant to be with somebody for 78 years. I don't. It's why all these marriages now, is it 66.6% of marriages end in divorce. 2/3, 2 out of 3 marriages end in divorce. 2 divided by 3 is 0.666 as well. That's pretty funny. All right. I'll have to do a little bit because I want to make a few calls after this. And reptilian brain, we all have the reptilian brain, I think. Just some people access it more through probably being inbred, like the royal family. I think we all have the reptilian brain within us. That's why Ike always says that. Reptilians, we all have it. There's only 33 degrees and they're referring to the side orders in 2020. It's past 303 into 304, so they need another degree added. Very possible. Very possible. Catch B, sorry about that. The devil whispered to her, it's okay to cheat. Karma is a bitch. I don't wish harm on anyone, but karma will get back. Again, lots of people believe in karma. We don't truly know if that exists. Maybe, maybe not. Do you always get what you deserve in this world? No. Does a 7-year-old out on their bike getting run over deserve it? Because they said something about their little brother and wasn't really aware of what they said and what it meant. I don't know about karma. I do, but I believe in the energy. The more positivity that you share, the more positivity is drawn towards you. The more negative you are, negative energy is drawn towards you. But there's a lot of people who do negative acts and get positive gains in this realm. But again, the positive gains are very satanic, aren't they? Because we live in a satanic realm. A lot of people lie, cheat, and steal and succeed in the system. They don't always get what they deserve, I don't think. Like good people don't always get what they deserve. Good, honest people don't get what they deserve. I don't know. It's a tough one. Do you get what you deserve in this life? Whew, what a great question. Like to say you get out what you put in, but do you? Is that always the case? There's been people like in group projects at school who are working on a group project and they get a 10, but they didn't do any work. So did they get out what they put into that project? No, they didn't. They got a 10 for doing nothing. I don't know. Fiorentina drew 1-1. I almost called it. Fiorentina wore yellow today. You got another 11 then with the 1-0. You are what you attract. I like that. Where focus goes, energy flows. I like that. I do believe that. Divorce wasn't a thing until Hollywood silent movies started making movies about divorce. That's very true, yeah. I think back in the day, there was next to no divorces. And the celebrity culture. Every celebrity would get divorced and remarry and get divorced. Like I said earlier, Brad Pitt's with Jennifer Aniston, and then he's with Angelina Jolie and this, that, and the other. It's like it became a cool thing to cheat, to have affairs, to get married multiple times. People are not loyal anymore in general, not just in relationships, just they're not really loyal. It's hard to find loyalty, true friendship in this world. It is. Same way you build a hero and break him, yeah. They build up celebrities as well and bring them down, and then build them up if they take part in rituals. Deceitful generation, yeah. Who's more brainwashed, men or women? I think we're spiritual beings. I wouldn't even break it into men and women. It's different things. Like men are more brainwashed with professional sports, aren't they? Women are not really that into that. Men are brainwashed in that capacity. I think men are a bit more brainwashed when it comes to politics. You don't often hear many women talking about politics. Women are more brainwashed with the celebrity culture, the Hollywood stuff. They get taken in by that. I think maybe they get taken in a little bit more by the materialism of this world in general, with clothes and bags and watches. Maybe I'm wrong. I know there's a lot of guys now, the modern day man likes all of that stuff. I don't know if you can break it down into men and women. And I think it just comes down to a person's spirit. And who is a man and a woman these days anyway? So many transgenders, it's hard to even know. We definitely don't get what we deserve. We are designed to live in peace, and the turds running the show screwed it up. Yeah. Well, it's on us to change that. They're not going to just suddenly just stop. The only way you stop a bully is calling out the bully, taking him on, taking him down. Yeah, some of the women are brainwashed with celebrities more than men, I agree. But again, men worship athletes more than women do, and they're celebrities. Men are brainwashed with the construct of money, family, money, impress that girl, money, competition, money, dog against dog, each man for his own. I think now that's becoming both genders who are becoming obsessed with money and their job and impressing other people. That's the world of social media. So I don't think it's just men who want to impress other women with wealth and good bodies and stuff. Women are the same with men or with women. Like lots of gay people now. I think that's just become a universal thing. Again, it's the ego, one of the deadly sins. Ego. I think the devil's behind ego, to be honest with you. Men are more pathetic or patriotic. I think you said pathetic. Yeah, men are more patriotic than females. That's a fact. Again, how many women are in the army? Not many of them, is there? There's not many, so men will be more patriotic. How many women have died in wars? I don't know. I don't know the number. It's the numbers they give us are bullshit. Like 6 million Jews died. Sure they did. Sure 6 million Jews died in the concentration camps. Lies. Men are more generous than women. I don't think you can say that. I don't think you can say one gender's more generous than the other one. I think it's dependent on the person. Maybe that's just your experience, meow, meow, the people that you've met. I don't think we can say that. But you can say that. Pride Month, yeah. Get a whole month Pride connected to ego. The rainbow flag, guys, which is sacred, which they've now turned into basically the LGBTQBLSDDOV. What is it now? How many letters have they got for that community? I better go, guys, because this is my day off. Just basically, I went live today because a lot of people asked. A lot of people wanted to hear my voice for whatever reason. So I've done this. It felt right. So
I appreciate you leaving your comments. If it wasn't for your comments, my lives would be pretty mediocre, to be honest. So thanks for all your comments, your insights. They're amazing. Thanks for inspiring me to keep getting better. All right. I'm going to get off. But much love to you all. Try and enjoy today. Try and learn something today. Try and inspire somebody else today, including the most important person actually you should be inspiring today is yourself. Inspire yourself and you'll inspire other people. It's usually what happens. There's a friend of mine hates his body. I said, get to the gym. Inspire yourself. And then find a gym buddy and inspire him. And then build a friendship that way. Inspire yourself and then you'll inspire other people. Simple as that. All right, guys. Take care. All right. I'm not going to keep raving on. I'm going to jump in the shower, baby. And I'll go live whenever I go live, okay? Much love to you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. And I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers.